From Dick Miller Field in North Canton, welcome to Big Time Sports and High School Tournament Baseball. Tonight it's a first round game of the Northeast Ohio Division II Sectional Tournament as the Vikings of North Canton Hoover host the Invaders of Parma Normandy. Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Dunn along with my broadcast partner Mike Galena as we welcome everyone to the Fur Bay Electric pregame show. And Mike, while we have a minute, let's check our keys to the game.
So as you see them come up, you see get on base and move the baseball for Parma Normandy. They've got to create some energy right out of the gate, and if they can get on base, move that baseball, they'll get a chance to feel comfortable here after a long road trip. Hoover on the other side, score early and defend efficiently. Do not give Parma Normandy a chance to feel like they're in this baseball game.
Normandy comes in at 10 and 15, and Mike, let's check their batting order.
Take a look. They got Victor Reyes, the DH, leading off, followed by center fielder Peyton Wolf, three-hole the shortstop Nick Hinkle. Cleaning up, how about that? Andrew Sykon, the pitcher, as well as the four-hole hitter, followed by Lucas Steele at left field, third baseman Logan Sabin, first base Evan Lucas, catching Jensen Vargo, Gabe Montgomery in right field in the 8-hole, and number 9 hitter Austin Simmons, second base.
Tonight's opening pitch is being brought to you by Van Nostrand, Young & Coots. They're an independent insurance agency right here in North Canton. You can do anything for you. Remember that, for solutions that will make things better for your family, your business. From home to business, they have you covered. Van Nostrand, Young & Coots, proud sponsors of the Big Time Sports first pitch of the game. Mike, let's check today's starting pitchers. A familiar name for Federal League sports fans. A guy that can do a lot of things. Basketball, little baseball. Today's the starting pitcher.
Yeah, Jake Donaldson, a great athlete, comes from a great family. Matt and Megan, of course. But 4-3, 3.36 ERA. And get this, Joe, 19 walks, 31 strikeouts. So he's going to pound that strike zone, and you're going to see it early and often. Let his defense work for him.
Now batting for Normandy, number 23.
For Normandy, it'll be the 1, 2, and 3 hitters to take on the Vikings here in the top of the first. As Mike said, Jake Donaldson gets the start. And here's the designated hitter, number 23, Victor Reyes. Right-handed hitter. Takes that one on the corner for a called strike.
Great visual from the center field camera there, Joe. Movement on the fastball right out of the gate. The two-seamer ran in. Let's see if he shows him something away. Yep, taking a look at that corner to say, how far out can I go to establish my strike zone?
Third baseman Carter Lukens right on the edge of the turf.
Yep, absolutely. That leadoff hitter can drop that bunt.
1-1 pitches it hard to left field, but that's going to hold up in the wind, and Drake Cooper's going to make the first out of the inning. Sounded better off the bat than it actually was, Mike.
It sure did, because when you took a look at that swing, he was right on that fastball. I'm sorry, the curveball, and he lifted it, but he got out in front, so the weight was already spent. That's why it didn't jump any deeper into the outfield than it did. Great pitch there by Donaldson.
Here's the number 2 hitter for the Invaders, their center fielder, Peyton Wolf. Wolf comes in hitting at 270 and takes that one right at the top of the zone for a called strike.
Boy, he knows Donaldson. He wants to get that first strike, so he's starting with that hard stuff. And let's see if he mixes here.
0-1 pitch, ground fair. Good diving stop by the third baseman, Lukens. Gets up, throws, and doesn't get him. Nice play by Lukens. Diving right toward that third base by Mike, and came up and just a little bit late in the throw. That's a base hit.
Sure is, Joe. Comes off the left-hander, so it's working toward the line even harder. And what a great play by Lukens. Athletic, comes up, delivers his best shot to it after having to get to his feet. Half step on the short hop.
Here's the number 3 hitter for head coach Nick Loya. Nick Hinkle, the shortstop. Takes that one a little bit low.
Good movement on Donaldson's fastball. Little cutter there, so looked like it was on the zone and finished just a little inside. He'll be okay with that pitch.
Hinkle has scored 18 runs this inning, hitting that 3-hole. That has popped up into short left center field. Left fielder Drake Cooper takes command, makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Nice job by Donaldson challenging the strike zone. And take a look at our replay here. He runs it in just a little bit on the hands. And so he had to fist it out there, so no jump on it. Now the left fielder's call is good here because the glove hand takes the ball. Center fielder's your quarterback, but glove hand takes the ball. And great job there by the outfielders in their communication.
Here's the number 4 hitter, Invaders pitcher, Andrew Sykon. Peyton Wolf over at first, he singled. First pitch hitting to right field. Roman Geiselman cruising back and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So a good top of the first for Jake Donaldson. Gives up no runs on one hit, leaves one run to score. And we play a half inning, Mike. We're still ready to go.
Boy, Joe, just like that, I don't think there were 10 pitches thrown. So that's a efficient inning if you're a pitcher. Great start.
Mike, let's check that batting order for the Vikings, who come in at 14 and 12.
Would you take a look at our center fielder, Jack Andes? He sets the table. We're going to talk about him and his ability to steal bases and hit for average. Carter Lucan's in the 2-hole. That's usually a good batsman. Ryan Wilkinson in the 3-hole. Notice he's the DH. He's moving the ball. And then the big guy, Jack Zarko, the cleanup hitter at first base. Roman Geiselman, right fielder. You saw him just make a play there. Matt Brown behind the plate. Ryan Cervenek at shortstop. 7-hole, then the second baseman, Danny Holohan, followed by the 8-hole hitter, Drake Cooper in left field, and Jake Donaldson, our pitcher, who you see rounding out the lineup.
Last time we saw the Vikings was against Louisville last week. A nice late inning win. There's the pitcher today, Andrew Sykon for the Invaders.
Yep, Sykon comes in at 3-3, Joe, with a 2.84 ERA. So he can tell runs are hard to come by through him, which is going to challenge the work of the Vikings.
Hoover comes in as the number 6 seed here in the Northeast Ohio Division II tournament. Meanwhile, the Invaders are the number 25 seed. But Mike, we talked before the game, you can throw those numbers out because it looks like this Normandy team may be playing their best baseball right now.
Joe, what a great setup. You're right. The Vikings have gone 5-5 in the month of May, losing 4 of their last 5. On the flip side, you got Normandy coming in 7-4 in the month of May. So trending in a certain direction now. To your point, this is a great matchup because of where the two teams are trending at this time in the season.
It'll be Andes, Lukens, and Wilkinson, the 1, 2, and 3 hitters for head coach Brian Ashby. As we mentioned, the Vikings come in with a record of 14 and 12. That record may be deceiving. They play, of course, in the very tough Federal League, and Coach Ashby has put together a very aggressive non-conference schedule to test the Vikings.
You're right, Joe. 3rd in the Federal League, but Max Preps did a little study, and they thought that the Hoover schedule was the best in D2 in terms of toughness of opponent, top to bottom. So they've been tested.
Jack Andes will lead off. He's a center fielder for the Vikings, and got a good look at him last game we did on Big Time Sports against Louisville. I think one of the more impressive baseball players in Stark County.
Joe, I could not agree with you more. Some places, I think they use that funny phrase, a 5-tool player.
Yes.
Just means you can do it all. He can do it all. Runs, hits, fields, pitches, and then certainly just a great all-around athlete.
Sykon ready, and he's a right-handed hitter. Squares and takes that one. A little bit outside for ball 1. Yeah, assistant coach Sarbaugh says he's one of the best center fielders he's ever coached. That says a lot.
I believe that just by watching him one game. Now here's really cool there. Andy shows the bunt to draw his third baseman in. We have this phrase, draw him in, hit it by him. So if anything on that inside half he turns on, he gets a chance to push that ball by the third baseman. So it's cat and mouse with your abilities right there.
It's also Andes came in relief against Louisville. He's got, I believe, 8 wins in relief. That's a high bounding ball. This is going to be a tough play. Comes up on a nice hop, guns him out. Boy, that's a nice play by the third baseman, Logan Saban. That high hop saved him, Mike, and he came in with a gun to first base.
Sure did, and his exchange had to be spot on because of Andy's speed. You watch it, pounds it, boom, so it's got a little climb. Andy's knows he's got time while ball's in the air. But it was great to see Saban catch, exchange, and throw a strike to his first base partner, Lucas.
Tell you what, Mike, if that ball doesn't come up, I'm not sure that he makes that play. That helped him with that high bounce off the turf.
For sure, because you notice the half-step bang-bang play. If it's down low, Andy's always has a chance of beating it out.
But Logan Saban showed us an arm over there at third base. Here's Carter Lukens, Vikings third baseman, batting in the 2-hole. It's another high bounder off the turf. This time's at the shortstop. Hinkle throws high, overthrows the first baseman. That'll be an error on the throw, and it'll end up with Lukens at second base.
Yeah, Joe, take a look at how Hinkle's body language was. He does everything correct here, but then watch his release point as you coming right at you, right at the camera. Great job with his balance. He sets, gathers, but he sails it. Didn't finish over the top, and we call that threw him a double. He threw him a double.
One of the keys Mike you came up with was the Vikings to score early and play good defense. They've got a chance to break out on top right now with Lukens out at second base in scoring position with one out. And already the infield has gathered around pitcher Andrew Sykon to make sure everybody is heads up on what to do.
Got base coverages going here. Usually your three-hole hitter's not going to be putting the ball down, but you want to make sure that covering bases and settling down your shortstop there a little bit too.
Here's a number 3 hitter, the Vikings designated hitter, Ryan Wilkerson. Deep in that right-handed batter's box. Takes that one on the corner for a called strike.
Nice
little change of speeds there.
Sure was. You have good eyes there. A little slider, or some will call it a slurve or a sweeper. Just changes the speed here. Now sometimes a fastball up over the hands becomes that next complimentary pitch. Make your eyes do something different. See what happens.
0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball right into the hands.
Yep. Put that one on that front shoulder and had a late break to it. 0-2. So now you don't want your hitter hitting a strike. We talk about it all the time. He's got to hit your pitch, and it should not be in that zone pretty at all.
Lukens with the lead out at second base.
Yep, going up.
And that one is a fastball that breaks high out of the strike zone.
Catcher did a nice job of letting us know. I caught tipping the pitch for the camera. The hitter takes a peek. Sometimes they know as well. Notice the shortstop here, just a little bit of a pinch with the right-handed hitter to keep that runner just close enough.
Big gap out on left center field if Wilkinson can hit one in there. And that is a high-bounding ball. It's going to stay fair. Saban again, this time throws again, shows a good arm and throws him out. Well, that's 2 nice plays here in the bottom of the first by the Invaders, third baseman Logan Saban.
Joe, both of those are tough plays because they're not right on you. He had to attack this ball too. Watch it again, the chopper. It's over the top. Watch him challenge it. Good job, State. We call stand behind your throw. Followed right into first base. Good bullet.
So the Vikings need a 2-out hit right here to take the lead, and it's going to come hopefully from first baseman Jack Zarko. Swings through a breaking ball.
Jack's got 9 ribbies on the year, so he's been in this position before and certainly placed in that 4-hole for this reason. Move the baseball.
Lukens at third now. He's via the air by the shortstop. 2 out here in the bottom of the first.
Sailed that breaker just up a little bit. Yeah, in this case, when you're sitting there at 1-1, if you're Zarko, you're saying, I'm still going to stay on something that's hard. I'm going to stay off that off-speed stuff until I have to go get it. Drive it back through the middle.
Sykon's ready. Here comes the pitch. Oh, I think they late call by the umpires. I'm not sure he had made up his mind. Finally, that right hand goes up, and it's 1-2.
So a little movement on that fastball, so he wanted to make sure he was sure. Nice camera shot there, the leadoff over at third base, Lukens.
Good pitch, breaking ball, and Zarko swings through it for the 3rd out of the inning. First strikeout of the game through Andrew Sykon. We have played 1 full inning here at Hoover. Still no scores. We moved to the top of the 2nd.
Certified by the American Lighting Association, Furbay's Light Shop is your go-to for all lighting needs, residential, commercial, or industrial. Our experts assist with every detail, from bulb size and fixture type to designing layouts. Visit us for hands-on displays showcasing various fixtures, or log in to furbay.com/lightshop. Let us help you visualize the perfect light for your space. Whether you need advice or want to explore lighting options, stop by or log in to Furbay's Light Shop today and see how we can brighten your project.
Sometimes life is just not okay. But guess what? That's okay.
And the pain you feel today won't always be the pain you feel tomorrow.
And no temporary situation is worthy of a permanent decision.
And if we give life a chance, we can change. We can grow.
Because it's not the absences of hard times that makes life worth living.
It's the presence of hope.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm James here at 705 South Tuscarawas Avenue in Dover, Ohio at New Image Auto Sales. Wait a second, is this supposed to rain today? Come with me inside our massive indoor showroom because Ohio weather is so unpredictable. You can check out all our nice pre-owned vehicles inside our indoor showroom. And every car comes with a lifetime warranty and is priced at or below KBB retail. And every vehicle comes inspected prior to hitting the showroom floor so that you know exactly what you're getting. And our inventory is moving so fast. Scan the QR code to see what's available right now. Don't see what you like? Check back tomorrow. Look, car buying doesn't have to suck. Stop in here at New Image Auto Sales year-round, where we have an indoor showroom, climate-controlled, that's been family-owned and operated since 2019, where you can find your next luxury pre-owned vehicle. So scan the QR code or check out our website to see today's inventory. I'll see you soon.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena back at North Canton Hoover High School. You're watching high school tournament baseball. First round action. Parma Normandy, the Invaders, invading Stark County to take on Hoover. Vikings, the home team, the number 6 seed in the tournament. Parma Normandy, the number 25 seed. And they will send up Lucas Steele, Logan Saban, and Evan Lucas. They're 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Here to take on Jake Donaldson.
Jake came off a real efficient first inning. Let's see if he follows it up.
That's hit high into short right field, and the Hoover right fielder, Norman Geiselman, takes that one for the first out of the inning.
Like that one pitch at bat. So efficient. Yep, you saw Donaldson did a great job of just running that fastball back in, and you saw what Steele saw. He says, hey, I can get my barrel to it, and he tried to make a run at it, but caught it a little late. That's why it was a fly ball to right.
Here's Logan Steele. Just a little piece of that one for strike one.
Jake will feel good about that, getting that fastball by him. See if he gives him something to look at differently.
That one misses outside. Saban, the third baseman, we've been impressed with his defensive abilities early. He has made 2 nice plays against the Vikings. Now he is the number 2 hitter here in the top of the second.
It's great to applaud him because he had 2 great plays, showed a great arm strength from across
sure
the
did.
diamond. They had an account 2-1.
Now 3-1.
Now in this spot, because Donaldson's been so efficient, in this case, you make sure that Saban is hitting his strike only.
Saban commit hitting about 270 on the season. Takes that one on the corner.
Good pitch by Donaldson, and that's a good one to let go there for Saban. Now you got to go battle. Expect a strike, but hit a strike here.
I would guess at some point Saban showed some relief pitching with that arm.
Let's watch for that. That's a good tip.
And that one misses inside. Donaldson wanted that one. Takes a couple steps off the mound as if to say, hey, I want that piece of the plate.
Watch the catcher's body language. You'll know. Watch where this is.
For Normandy, number 13.
Didn't miss by much.
Tried to frame it.
Yep, didn't miss by much. So much action on his fastball that the umpire's got to stay with him all the way through the zone.
Here's the number 7 hitter, first baseman Evan Lucas. Takes that one on the corner for a called strike. So the Invaders have their second base runner of the game. Peyton Wolf, who singled back in the first. Saw the farther he went. Now Saban walks here with 1 out in the second.
Great look by our first base camera. Good job, guys. That's a great way to look at the action from there. We always like to point out when you get a chance, how do runners know when to steal if they're going to? I don't think it's going to happen in this case, but you read the right heel of the pitcher. When it stays down, when his motion begins, he has to go home. If his right heel comes up, he throws to first base. So that's what the runner's looking at. Heel is down, so he can make his secondary
0-2
lead.
pitch in the dirt. Nice stop there by Matt Brown, and Logan Saban thought better of that.
Great point, Joe. You keep that ball catcher, keep it in front of you. Don't let that runner advance into scoring position. I don't think he's a steal threat here unless they put something on with a hit and run. Donaldson brings it home pretty quick, but you get a chance to see what's going on.
Line drive center field. Here comes the center fielder, and as usual, Jack Andes runs that one down for the second out of the inning. Hit hard, but Andes with a good jump made the catch.
He was. This is probably the best contact that we've seen. That one jumped a little bit more. That fastball up in the zone and coming right at you here at home. Andes tracked it right off the barrel and made a nice catch for the second out.
Here's Jensen Vargo, the Invaders catcher. Swing through that. One thing we've noticed, this has been a very aggressive hitting team. They're going after that first pitch a lot today.
You wonder if they know something about Donaldson's ability to get into the strike zone pretty handily. So let's get after it.
Boy, that's a good pitch right down the heart of the plate.
Donaldson's working with nice rhythm. If you're a hitter, you want to break that rhythm up. He's quick to the strike zone. He's throwing it well. You take the timeout.
Donaldson's 0-2 pitch. Vargo swings through that one. First strikeout of the game for Donaldson. So the Invaders leave one. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime we picked the best program.
You're only as good as your people. And what we've done here is that we've created a culture where people flourish.
We don't want it to be a transaction. We want it to be something where there's a consultative approach, a relationship that allows us to really, one, ensure our customer the right way, but then two, to let them understand the value of getting to work with us.
It's an extreme amount of satisfaction for this team that we have right now. We've developed a team that is solely based on relationships.
Ready for adventure? The 2025 Chevrolet Equinox is here. With its sleek design, advanced safety features, and spacious interior, the Equinox is built for your next journey. It combines performance with efficiency. Find yours at Ferris Chevrolet Toyota. Locally trusted, family-owned, and dedicated to your driving needs, Ferris Chevrolet Toyota makes finding your dream car easy.
You've got only one body, so why not take care of it? Let iCryo Wellness and Recovery help you live a healthy lifestyle. iCryo will introduce you to recovery and wellness with their proven techniques that will surely make your body and mind a whole lot healthier. Evaluate your lifestyle with iCryo. Don't wait. Call now, 330-451-6365.
We move to the bottom of the second inning here at North Canton Hoover. You're watching high school tournament baseball right here on Big Time Sports. Joe Dunn, Mike Galena. No score. Hoover trying to move on to get to Thurman Munson Stadium on Thursday afternoon. They would take on the Massillon Tigers, who happen to be here scouting, Mike. They're right here on top of things.
They sure are. We saw them when we came in. They're statting it with a pad and everything, so they're taking it to the next level.
Rowan Geiselman leads off for Brian Ashby here in the bottom of the second. I'm going to give everybody a history lesson here in the bottom of the second inning if I have time, Mike.
We're poised. Do we win anything?
Well, if you can get this,
all right,
I'll be impressed. A little movie trivia.
Okay.
Geiselman now standing in 0-2 against Andrew Sykon.
Everybody at home now has their phone out, Joe, because they're going to be Googling your question. Charlie will start a call-in show.
Yeah. And
you'll have a whole different level of baseball coverage now.
Third baseman Logan Saban now playing a couple steps back of the bag there at third base. Just got a piece of that one.
Sycon's working that slider. You saw that thing just started middle and then was finishing away. You saw guys would have to protect. Tough count. And so again, this is going to be Sycon's idea. What's my out pitch? The one I believe in the most. And let's see what he brings. Camera angle's beautiful from center field.
Off speed, fouls that one right back to the screen.
Yep, get it up over his hands just a little bit. Eye level is really important for pitchers to establish. Off speed, their fastballs change the eye level and location. It's a good pitch. Brought the off speed, little slider down and in.
Back-to-back strikeouts by Andrew Sykon. Let's watch it one more time.
Takes it in on to the shoulder and then brings it down. Good little. I'm going to give that more of a curveball action, Joe. That was more 12-6. Great curveball.
Here's the Vikings catcher, Matt Brown, hitting in the 6th hole for head coach Brian Ashby. Boy, we've seen him a lot the last couple of years and does a great job back of the plate for the Vikings. Veteran catcher. Always like those veteran catchers, Mike.
When they're a veteran and a catcher, they're usually athletic. They know their pitching staffs really well, and they're a great backstop. They'll bounce everything off their chest. Special breed.
Boy, hit that corner. That's a good pitch.
Came with fastball after his breaking ball. So he established inside half with the breaking ball and then went outside corner with fastball. That widens that whole look now as a hitter.
Breaking ball, and that stays on the inside part of the plate. We're at 1 and 2.
Just up a bit, but that's a great, great 2-strike pitch. Tough one to take. Good eye there by Brown. Still got to be ready to go here, though.
High bouncer, and that is right at Sykon. Backs off the mound, makes the catch, and throws him out. Pretty athletic play by Andrew Sykon, who kept his balance backing off the mound and made the play.
Joe, you nailed it on the balance. Watch the replay. Center field camera be beautiful. He has to gather behind the mound so he doesn't fall, get back level, gathered, front shoulder to first base. Great job. He could easily have tumbled off of there, reaching up and not knowing where that next step was.
Here's Ryan Serbanak, the shortstop. Swing to that first pitch. Down the hole, 0-1.
Saw that fastball that he liked and went after it. See if it comes breaker. Nope, went away there with that 2-seamer. Well, you can see why Sykon's only given up 2.8 runs a game. Pounds that zone, and he's got command of the good balance between his off speed and his fastball.
Boy, good breaking ball. That misses. Here's the trivia question. Can anybody tell me who Alan Ruck is? R-U-C-K. Alan Ruck.
Lots of ruck with that. Jeez. Oh, there, Dean might have been in. As you see that even count go to 2-2.
Alan Ruck is a high school graduate of Parma. He played Ferris Bueller's best friend, Cameron Fry, in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That.
Right out of Parma.
Joe, that strikeout was on a changeup, and it was a beauty. As we get a chance to take a look at it.
We've played 2 full innings here at Hoover. Still no score. We're back at the top of the 3rd after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
C.H. Fallis & Associates in North Canton is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome to Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern, Ohio, your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Get behind the wheel of your dreams with our exclusive lineup of top quality vehicles. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, we have something for every driver. Explore our wide selection of premium cars and let our expert team help you find the perfect match. Don't settle for ordinary. Upgrade to extraordinary at Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern. Introducing Pizza Oven, a legacy since 1956. For decades, we've delighted taste buds with our authentic flavors. Indulge in our scrumptious menu, carefully crafted to satisfy every craving. From crispy pizzas to fresh salads, tender chickens to savory pasta, we have it all. Visit pizzaoven56.com and experience the taste of tradition at your fingertips. Pizza Oven, serving Northeast Ohio at our 10 locations. Novellus is a global leader in flat-rolled aluminum and the world's largest aluminum recycler. Together, we forged a world-class team delivering high-quality products globally. We extend our positive impact by supporting local schools and community organizations. Novellus Uricksville cheers on students and families across various schools. Novellus Uricksville is rooting for you. Learn more at novellus.com.
It's March, baby, and Simpson Heating and Cooling is bringing the heat. And the shot is up. The shot is up. You call that a shot? Why don't we get somebody to teach these guys about the game of hoops?
What do you think, Coach? So I thought you said these guys were all-stars.
They are a lot more professional here in their installation. Check out this installation. He's got one turn. He makes two turns. Wow! Sweet banana, we have got a full installation.
Now I see what you meant when you were talking about all-stars. These guys know what they're doing. Somebody call for an all-star?
When madness hits your home, choose Simpson.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena back at Dick Miller Field here at North Canton Hoover High School Tournament Baseball. First round action. We are scoreless between Hoover and the Invaders of Parma, Normandy here in the top of the third inning. It'll be their number 9 hitter, the right fielder Gabe Montgomery. Then we'll move to the top of the order with Victor Reyes and Peyton Wolf.
Joe, a lot of times 9 holes what we call double leadoff, and Lucan's paying attention. It's a lefty. He's 5 feet in on the cut. Now his job is to read the hitter's hands, and you could watch it because our cameras are so good. The hands come up the bat. He's push button or dragging. If his hands stay down, he's swinging through.
Takes that one low. Carter Lucan's about 2 or 3 steps on the turf at third base.
Yep, he's got a great look at those hands, come right in on it.
Ground ball right at the second base. Now the first base is going to scoot over and make the catch, and Donaldson kind of late getting there, and a head first slide by Montgomery, and that's the second hit of the game for the Invaders, and they got a base runner here at the top of the third.
So you take a look as we get that swing through it. So chopper. Now the hard part, there's Donaldson stopped as the first baseman Zarco was feeling that little stop hesitation caused him not to be there just in enough time to cover that up. It's a hard one. That's that what we call that pitcher cover play, running that J up to the bag.
They moved to the top of the order for Normandy. Their designated hitter, Victor Reyes. Flew out to the left fielder, Drake Cooper, back in the first inning. But the Invaders got something going here to start the third.
See, Lucan's all the way in, almost even with the pitcher's mound. Watching for the bunt here. Yep.
He squares. There's the bunt. That's going to go foul between home plate and the first base dugout.
Joe, when you look at this, it's a great shot of how coverage plays will work. Because Lucan's is so tight, Zarco's going to stay home. Donaldson's going to take the first baseline. And that lets your second baseman cover second, shortstop cover up a third. Every base needs to be covered on every play, so every situation creates a coverage in the play. Great camera angle. You can see what Lucan's at third base is doing. See what your runner, who certainly could be off and running here.
That is hit in the air on the right side. Second baseman going to make the catch right at the edge of the infield turf for the first out of the inning. Danny Holohan made the catch.
Great pitch by Jake Donaldson. Watch him run that down and in. That fastball was diving, so the barrel was under it, and you're not going to get any oomph behind it. So great pitch, and let your defense do the work. The 2-hole hitter Wolf.
Yeah, Peyton Wolf singled back in the first inning. Takes that one outside.
Join that pitch. It was great to see Montgomery get a little extra in his secondary lead. See number 10 there? The secondary lead simply means his extra step after Donaldson declares home. Donaldson knew it and threw back over. There, you could sense that that secondary lead bothered him. He's going to let him know I'm here. And because we don't have a pitch count and step out rules, this could go on for a little while. What Jake did there, Joe, was went quick. See if he does again. Doesn't let that leadoff get extra or set.
Donaldson now with the 1-1 pitch. Takes that one again right on the corner.
Great job by Brown framing that one. Right at the end, he just held a little longer, made it look just as good as it seemed. Heading that count now, 1-2.
Ground ball, that's not hit hard. Shortstop Cervenak's going to take the throw and make the throw over to first baseman Zarko. He thought about the force at second, Mike, and then changed his mind.
Yep, you take that sure out, and his momentum was bringing him inward into the infield, so the angle back to second was tough. Maybe could have done it, but trust your instinct there. Let the momentum take you to an out.
So Gabe Montgomery now moves into scoring position out at second base. There's 2 out, and here's the number 3. They're going to line up Nick Hinkle. Flew out to the left fielder back in the first. Base hit could give Normandy the lead.
And that's a good point, Joe, about looking for that base hit in a tight game. You're probably going to test an outfielder and make him make a play, unless it's hit so sharply on a one-hop that it doesn't make sense.
That one just misses.
Yep. Work that inside corner with a breaking ball.
I always thought, Mike, if you're going to run on the outfielders, you run early and plant that seed that you're going to run on. That might pay off in the late innings when they're trying to hurry.
A lot of times, too, even in warm-ups, you'll start to pick out your outfielders and say, this one we're going to challenge early. This one maybe not.
That's hit in the air to the right side. Zarko looking up and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Invaders threaten but don't score here in the top of the 3rd. Move to the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score here at Hoover. The winner of this game, as we mentioned, gets the Massillon Tigers Thursday afternoon. They've scheduled that pitch for 2 o'clock, Mike, over at Thurman Munson.
Yeah, great place to play. It's too bad that it's 2 o'clock because this makes it hard for folks that are working or can't figure it out. A lot of parents will figure it out, but the interested onlooker needs to be a little older. Hey, take a look at our fan cam here. That's the Massillon scouting. There's 3 of them there.
Is that Spike Ridgely sitting there? I think it might be.
He did. That is Spike taking a peek. This guy's charting it all out. That little laptop over there earlier too. That's like that advanced scout in Major League Baseball.
That's right. Yeah, we had Spike Ridgely and the Massillon Tigers on our weekly TV show a while ago. Did a great job. I mentioned, you get over there to Massillon, their baseball facility, I really like. It's down in a little bit of a pit. It's a great place for the visiting fans and home fans to watch the game. There's no bad view over there.
You're exactly right, John. You got the big workout facility in left and left center field, so it's giving you that idea of a big wall out there. You're right, come down the hill and sit nicely.
Yep. Moving to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be the 8-9 hitters for Brian Ashby. Then we'll move to the top of the order, Jack Andes. Danny Hollihan is the guy that'll lead them off, Mike.
For sure. You know, if they just get a base runner, you can turn that order to Andes. Action starts happening because Andes is going to put a charge in the baseball. We want some guys out there. As we said, just get that early run, and they haven't been able to do that, which is played into Parma being handy here. 8-9-1.
Vikings looking for their first hit of the game here in the bottom of the 3rd. Comes up with a good hop and a good throw there by Logan Saban. 3rd time he's assisted today with an out.
Boy, Saban looks really comfortable down there, doesn't he? Take a look at that replay. Rolls over the baseball, gives that big high bounce. Saban challenged it. What he does a nice job with, Joe, is it stays balanced.
Yeah.
He's not off balance or in a hurry.
Here's the number 9 hitter, Drake Cooper, playing left field for the Vikings this afternoon. Gonna foul that one right at home plate.
Again, we always like to talk about that 9-hole. It's like a double leadoff, so if you can get him on base, you usually have your wheels. You're putting some games on that. Hit and run or run and hit. With Andy's coming at the top, they'll want to put pressure on him.
Andrew Sykon throws that breaking ball high. Lucas Steele's the left fielder. Peyton Wolf out in center. Gabe Montgomery in right field for that Invaders outfield. Saban, Hinkle, Simmons, and Lucas around the infield. That is hit foul as they even have a shot at it and can't get it. Good hustle by the third baseman. Just his outstretched glove couldn't get there in time.
Sure did. Took a nice angle. Ball got in on the fifth. You saw that pop up, so it was going to hang softly. Depending where you're playing to start with, it's an easier or tougher chance. Still got him at 1 and 2.
Cooper batting with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Swings right through that high. I'm not sure if that was a fastball or a slider, but it right up around the eyes.
It looks slider, Joe. And you take a look at the late break on it. Notice the catcher's setting up there and a little bended in there. Could almost call that a cutter, Joe. That two-seamer. It moved just enough. Had a good action. Second out.
Moving to the top of the order here is Jack Andes, who grounded out to Logan Saban in the bottom of the first, and a good play by that Invaders third baseman. Took a good play to get Andes, who can really run.
Absolutely, and you notice they're not letting him get his hands extended or his barrel to the baseball. They've worked him really tight on that first pitch. Working him similar, keeping him in on the fifth.
Here comes the shortstop Hinkle. He's going to have to hurry and just gets him by a half a step. Good defense again by the Invaders as the Vikings go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the third inning. We have played 3 full innings here at North Canton, still no score.
Beaver Constructors is a full-service general contractor delivering top-notch commercial construction management, general contracting, and design-build services across Ohio. We prioritize doing things the right way, ensuring the highest quality in every project from critical infrastructure to facility improvements. Beaver Excavating excels in heavy civil contracting for commercial, industrial, and transportation sectors. We believe in making a positive impact through community involvement and client satisfaction.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
Attention golfers, be sure to visit Willie's Custom Golf in Stroudsburg. Willie's features 3 TrackMan simulators to sharpen your game. Enjoy the outdoor and indoor driving range and browse in our fully stocked pro shop. Private lessons available from our golf professionals. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Willie's Custom Golf has it all.
What draws us together? What keeps us grinding long into the night? What drives us to excel? To give it everything we have? It's the moment. We're ready to show up. Are you?
At Mears Nissan, we make car buying easy. We want our customers to have a pleasant buying experience from start to finish. We offer a comfortable and welcoming space where you can feel confident making your purchase. Family owned and operated for over 35 years, we're proud to offer family-friendly financing options designed to fit your budget. Don't just take our word for it. Take a look at some of our happy customers. So if you're planning on buying a new or used car or truck, look no further than Mears Nissan in Canton, and let our family take care of yours.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena back at Dick Miller Field, North Canton Hoover High School tournament baseball first round action. This is it for one of these teams. They will put the gloves and bats away. The loser will wait till next year. The winner moves on to Thurman Munson Stadium Thursday afternoon to take on the Massillon Tigers. So you get into a pressure situation once you get into tournament play.
It starts to sneak in and be a
It
reminder,
does,
doesn't it, Joe?
Sure does.
That funny phrase of, hey, no tomorrow, so let's make today count.
That one's in the dirt.
Nice little tease pitch there. Of course, you know, you've got Saikon hitting in the 4-hole as the pitcher, so you know he's an athlete who's a great baseball player.
That one out of play down the first base line. Saikon, Steele, and Saban. First 3 hitters for Nicoloya. You mentioned they lost their first 4 games of the season, but it ended up going 10-15.
Sure did. And you think about that, Joe, 10-15 over that window, and really 7-4 in the month of May, too. So best baseball. You can tell they've put it together because they look comfortable out there. Nothing loose going on. Great arms around the diamond.
Jake Donaldson ready with the 1-2. Hit hard, and that is a diving stop by the shortstop. Cervenak comes up and throws. Got him. Whoa, what a play.
Big time play. That's a top 10 on Sports Center tonight.
What a play by Ryan Cervenak, who dove to his right, came up and threw the Zarko for the out.
Joe, watch how special this is. This is hit on a dime. Great extension, gets up from his knees, comes up with the throw. Bang, bang, and what a pickup by Zarko.
The Papa Bears' big play of the game thus far. Thanks to Papa Bears. They got to be proud to sponsor that one. That was special.
That's got all the toppings on it,
Yeah, it
Joe.
sure does.
It's got all the toppings.
Here's Lucas Steele, the left fielder. Flew out to the right fielder back in the 2nd inning. We are still scoreless here in the top of the 4th.
Boy, great defense being played all around, and great to see Donaldson run that, I'll call it that cut fastball, that 2-seamer in on the hands. Tough one to manage there for Steele.
That one breaks inside. You talk about Dick Miller Field. We're going to talk a lot today about the Beaver companies who were instrumental in making this such a beautiful facility, Mike.
Joe, for sure, you have Dick Miller Field. Of course, Dick Miller lived in the White House down the right field line. He took care of this field. I see it bounce back to Donaldson to finish the 1-3. And then Beaver came in, and Hoover's field had an interesting dynamic in that left field was lower than right field. As we watch this comebacker, Donaldson working that fastball right in there, fields his position. Does a nice job of shortening his throw to be accurate. Good job there. But you're right about the Dick Miller Field and the whole change to this landscape here. We'll come back to it.
Here's Logan Saban batting with 2 out here for Normandy in the top of the 4th. Saban walked back in the 2nd inning. Hits that one right off his fist.
That's a great pitch there by Donaldson. Showed it, and then it dove just inside. As you look at the field here, again, right field was higher than left field, so Beaver had to level it. Like a $1.5 million project here, all privately taken care of, generated through fundraising efforts, not through the district. And it's just a beautiful facility, totally level, all turf throughout.
Saban hits that one hard, but fouled on that 3rd base line. And
we talked to Dick Miller, we were alluding to him. He cared for this field like it was his child. He had no children, and he was over here every day mowing, grooming, like everybody wanted on this field. So he's smiling, I'm sure, about this, saying, you know, thanks for making it look really good, because that's what he would have wanted done.
You're exactly right.
If you can't mow it, drag it, it better look really good.
1-2 count here on Logan Saban, the 3rd baseman, batting with 2 out in a scoreless game here in the 4th.
Had to work that slider down in, stayed down. See where he goes with this one. Showed him inside. He's going up above the hands. Working him in there again.
Jake Donaldson, we saw him play some outstanding basketball the last couple of years for the Vikings basketball team. Outstanding shooter.
Yep, and has settled into this baseball gig, Joe, for sure.
That one just misses for ball 4. And that is the 2nd walk of the game, and both have come to Logan Saban.
Like Jake just lost a little command of that one. Trying to get him to go fishing. It's a good idea to say, hey, with 2 strikes, I'll see if he'll go with me on this. Not a bad pitch at all.
So Saban becomes the runner at first with 2 out. Here is the first baseman, Evan Lucas. Boy, handcuffed a little bit there, swung through that one.
Whenever you see a hitter's body language, to your point, Joe, handcuffed, means they were fooled, and that ball was moving more than they saw. So out of his hand, they think it's one thing, and it goes another.
That one just misses at the knees, and we're all even at 1-1.
As folks watch Jake Donaldson pitch, it's interesting. He's got a little extra touch with his glove just before he comes into his release. So see where it is now, and he'll come gather because he has to, and then watch the little extra touch as he delivers to home plate. Just a little extra boom. That's what a lot of pitchers will do. It's that little extra balancing act for them to get the full complement of the pitch in.
2-1 count on Evan Lucas. I don't think Saban's a threat to run at first, Mike. And that one breaks into the dirt for ball 3.
No, and there's the thing. That's what probably the dugout's saying, hey, go get this hitter. Let's challenge him. Base runner, who he is, but let's get this count all the way back. Get it even, and then go put him away.
Invaders trying to get something moving here with their bottom of their order.
As we said earlier, get on base and move the ball.
Line drive right at Andes. He can't make the catch. It drops in for a base hit. Hard hit ball. And the Invaders now have runners on first and second, 2 out as they go to the catcher, Jensen Vargo.
Watch how it gets the barrel right up into the ball. Boom, and rolled the hands over. One of the best hits in baseball there. You see Lucas kept his barrel through it, pushed it right back through the middle of the infield to the outfield, and now they got something going on, Joe.
Some 2-out lightning. This inning started with Sycon grounding out on a great play by Ryan Cervenak. Lucas Steele hit one right back to the mound. Donaldson fielded that one. Saban walked. Lucas singles. Here's Jensen Vargo. And that one misses outside.
This is that idea. If you can get on base and move the baseball, as we talked about early, that energizes your offense. Next man up starts to feel a little better about himself because of the action that's gone on ahead of him.
Ground ball right at the shortstop. Comes up on a nice hop to Cervenak, gets to force at second. So Normandy threatens here in the top of the 4th, but they don't score. So we have played 3 1/2 innings here at Hoover. We are still scoreless.
Beaver Constructors is a full-service general contractor delivering top-notch commercial construction management, general contracting, and design-build services across Ohio. We prioritize doing things the right way, ensuring the highest quality in every project from critical infrastructure to facility improvements. Beaver Excavating excels in heavy civil contracting for commercial, industrial, and transportation sectors. We believe in making a positive impact through community involvement and client satisfaction.
Dumont Sporting Goods has been outfitting winning teams since 1977. Put Doug Clark and his experienced staff to work for your team. See them for school jackets, silk screening, and embroidery. Dumont's is especially proud to be your exclusive area Russell Athletic Team Specialist. All of the name brands you love close to home. That's Dumont's Sporting Goods on Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover. Team Specialist since 1977.
You're only as good as your people. And what we've done here is that we've created a culture where people flourish.
We don't want it to be a transaction. We want it to be something where there's a consultative approach, a relationship that allows us to really, one, ensure our customer the right way, but then two, to let them understand the value of getting to work with us.
It's an extreme amount of satisfaction for this team that we have right now. We've developed a team that is solely based on relationships.
Welcome to Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern, Ohio, your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Get behind the wheel of your dreams for our exclusive lineup of top quality vehicles. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, we have something for every driver. Explore our wide selection of premium cars and let our expert team help you find the perfect match. Don't settle for ordinary. Upgrade to extraordinary at Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena back at North Canton Hoover. We're watching high school tournament baseball, Division II, sectional district action. North Canton Hoover hosting the Invaders of Parma, Normandy. The number 6 seed Hoover, the number 25 seed Parma Normandy. And for the Vikings, it'll be Lukens, Wilkinson, and Zarko. They're 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Red coach Brian Ashby. Hey, a quick reminder, with Beaver Companies building today, preparing for tomorrow. Since 1953, Beaver Excavating has been building critical infrastructure throughout the region. Above all, Beaver continues to invest in the communities we help build. We believe true success is measured by the success of our clients and other communities. There's a high bounder to the third baseman. That got him out again. Boy, we're impressed every time that ball is hit to Saban. He has exploded with that arm. 5-3 in the play for the first out of the inning.
That guy Saban, he's showing up, man. Rolls it over. He's got that big high hop, but watch him glove it, get stable, and then throw the dart. Great job by the third baseman, Saban.
Yeah, I mentioned Beaver Excavating, building the communities of tomorrow. They've certainly done an A-plus job here at Dick Miller Field. We've talked about the great job they've done on this facility.
For sure, and every time you see that great camera work, well done, guys, and right on time. Just the beauty of it all from a turf standpoint, but everything underneath it, the drainage, the leveling, making sure it will last.
Yes.
And that's where Beaver comes in because their expertise is that solid.
One out, here's Ryan Wilkerson. Vikings designated hitter, grounded out to third back in the first inning. Stands in now with a 1-1 count. Just got a piece of that one, fouls it over the press box and out of play.
Yeah, Wilkinson's having a good year, Joe. He's got 2 homers and he's hitting .463.
Not bad.
He's making the most of his plate appearances in the roles that he's been given. Looking for a base runner in any way here if you're the Viking. Get that leadoff hitter on. Our guys in the truck are really good, reminding us when those teams are doing that, they're successful.
And that one just missed as Wilkinson had to back out of there.
That count 2-2, watch this, just rides in on him. That little two-seamer.
Count all even now at 2-2. Vikings need some base runners. We're scoreless. Takes that one outside. And as you get into these middle innings, you look toward the last 3, you get a little nervous. I mean, we talked about tournament baseball. There is no tomorrow for one of these 2 teams.
Yeah, Joe, the idea is just play your half of the inning so it doesn't build up and become more mental weight for you.
Swings through that one on the edge. So for Saikon, another strikeout. This one is swinging.
Watch your push that little two-seamer again, just a little cut down to that outside corner. Great pitch because it was running away from the hitter.
Strikeout number 5 for Andrew Saikon. 2 out. Here is Jack Zarko, the cleanup hitter, the first baseman for Hoover. That one is right on the edge again.
Like Jack wasn't so sure he was agreeing with the painting of the outside corner there, Joe. They got to battle back.
Takes that one inside. Zarko struck out swinging for the 3rd out back in the first inning. Yep. Vikings looking for base runners.
Great family, Andrea on the school board and great football player. Goes deep. Great story. His grandmother was on the school board that hired me as the superintendent
right?
here. Yeah, so it's a great little story. Know that family well, and it's just a quality family. Chance to insert that.
Two 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a get the final call from that first base umpire. He says no, didn't swing. We're 3-1.
That's a great point, because we have the third base umpire, but the first base umpire gets that look because it's a right-handed hitter looking at him. So that's where the appeal goes. Almost sound like there might have been a little tick on the bat.
You're right. Big pitch here at 3-1. Andrew Saikon. Boy, good off-speed pitch. To throw that one at 3-1 is impressive.
Sure is, Joe, because when it comes out of your called the arm slot. So what Zarko's looking at, he's thinking, okay, that's hanging up there. That's fastball. I'm getting on it. Then it dives. So he's choking and poking. See him up, he's up the bat now a little bit.
Big pitch here at 3-2 with 2 out in the bottom of the 4th. We are scoreless. Zarko's going to back out. Think about it a little bit.
Great time there. If he's not ready, and there's a certain rhythm that the hitter has too. If it's going past his clock, he's out.
Vikings have only had 1 base runner today. That was Lukens on an error, and that's not going to get it done. Strikeout for Zarko, and here we go. We have played 4 full innings here at Dick Miller Field. We're scoreless. Hoover nothing. Normandy nothing. We're back after this.
The newly remodeled 30-acre Akron Auto Auction, located at 2471 Lay Drive in Akron. Our weekly auction starts at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. Our public auction offers repossessions and U.S. government vehicles. Akron Auto Auction makes buying and selling with confidence as effortless as possible. We're open to dealers and the public. Check current weekly inventory or learn more at akronautoauction.com or call 330-773-8245.
There are 87,000 new IRS agents. Fireside Tax is the best accounting value in Stark County. With audit defense and identity theft restoration through Protection Plus, Fireside Tax can help you deal with the new agent. Fireside Tax has been in business for over 18 years and provides tax, accounting, and payroll services, including flat fee accounting and flat fee payroll. Fireside Tax also handles individual and small business income tax returns.
Lodge Vision Technologies is a locally owned IT service management group in Winesburg, Ohio.
If your small business has technology needs ranging from workstation setups to network management, filtering, and cybersecurity, Lodge Vision Technologies has the team and experience to create a solution unique to your business. Our goal is to simplify your business by taking the complexity and difficulty out of technology. Contact Lodge Vision Technologies and experience a true peace of mind with all of your technology needs.
Vitamins and minerals, feeding champions since 1983.
We move to the top of the fifth inning here at Dick Miller Field, North Canton. Want to remind you, today's opening pitch here in the fifth, and also to open the game, brought to you as always by Van Nostrand, Young & Coots. You can go to them for all your solutions that make things better for you, your family, your business. From home to business, they have you covered. Remember the name, Van Nostrand, Young & Coots, proud sponsors of the Big Time Sports first pitch of the game. For the Invaders, it'll be their number 9 hitter, Gabe Montgomery, who singled back in the third inning, got as far as second base. Then we'll move to the top of the order, and Victor Reyes and Peyton Wolf.
Do you remember that single early by Montgomery? Hit it by the third baseman. There's that push.
Right back to Donaldson. Good strong throw for the first out of the inning.
It didn't move it far enough away from the pitcher there. Take a look. He does a great job squaring. Watch. He touches the bat hot. Great work, but it was too direct. Donaldson's too good an athlete. Pops off that mound and throws a strike.
Now batting for the Invaders, number 23, Victor Reyes.
Moving to the top of the order for Parma Normandy, their designated hitter, Victor Reyes. 0 for 2 this afternoon. Fly out to left and a pop up to the second baseman.
Joey brings a 325 average in, so you know he's making contact.
Boy, good breaking ball right there.
Good to pitch strikes. We say pitch ahead, which simply means get ahead of your hitter, strikes ahead of balls. And that's a nice off-speed pitch to get ahead by Jake Donaldson.
That one's right at the knees in the outside corner.
Fastball down. Now he's shown him a little bit of everything. Up and in, down and away. He's shaking one off there, so he's got a pitch he wants.
Ground ball over the head of Donaldson. Comes Cervenak on the run. Gets him by a good throw. Boy, Cervenak read that one perfectly. Played the hop and threw on to Zarco for the second out of the inning.
Coming right back at you. See, Donaldson makes a little wave at it like, oh, okay. Cervenak does a great job. Stays in behind. A little throwing off balance, but he was under control when he delivered that.
Here's a left-handed hitting Peyton Wolf, who singled in the first. Grounded out to short in the third, and swings through that one.
We give Donaldson credit. He's been ahead of hitters today, probably 90% of the time. It's rare that we see him fall behind.
That one, this is outside. For Normandy, they have 3 hits in this game. Wolf has 1, Montgomery, and then Evan Lucas. For the Vikings, still looking for that first hit. And that's a little popper to the second baseman, so Donaldson gets the Invaders 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the 5th inning. So we'll move to the bottom of the 5th. We're still scoreless here at Dick Miller Field. And again, we appreciate all the sponsors that make these games possible. Fort Bay Electric, Daystar Auto Sales, Van Nostrand Young, Altman Hospital. I want you to stay tuned, of course, after the game for our Alt Care wrap-up show, where Mike will announce our Cryo Player of the Game. So a lot to look forward there. Well, you mentioned it's a tough subject, but we have to break the stigma and talk about suicide. On May 28th, your local Board of Mental Health, Stark MAR, is holding a day-long event where you can hear national experts and local professionals talk about the ways we can help prevent suicide, support each other, and ultimately keep our kids much safer. Now, anyone can sign up for this. You do not have to work in the mental health field. Go to startmhar.org's training page for information and to register. This event is May 28th at the Kent Start Conference Center. Coming up this week, Mike.
Well, it's a big deal. Of course, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and when you have a great set of organizations like we do in Stark County, Joe, it's great that we have these reads and that they're in behind this. And we need to all be in behind it with the same kind of energy.
Well, something's got to give here. We are scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th inning. I don't think any expected a scoreless game here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Mike. I know I didn't.
No, if you and I would have talked about it, I'd said we're in the 5th. I'd be saying that's 4-2,
yeah,
5-3 kind of game. But nope, there's only been 3 hits in the entire game.
Boy, impressive pitching.
Now batting for the Vikings,
Jake Donaldson for Hoover. Andrew Sykon for Parma. Hoover looking for that first hit of the game. There's Roman Geiselman, the right fielder. The breaking ball works outside. It'll be Geiselman, Matt Brown, and Ryan Serbanak, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Vikings this afternoon.
And Saban's in on the cut of the grass, so it's a just-in-case move there by the third baseman.
Swings through that one.
Good pitch, good little movement there, got in over his hands. Boy, I'm really impressed with Sykon's ability to have movement on his fastball, and he mixes in that off speed just at the right time.
He struck out 6 this afternoon. Ground ball right at the third baseman. Logan Saban with a good strong throw for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. He's been a busy man over there at third, Mike.
Boy, Joe, absolutely. You think about the number of chances he's had down there at third base. It's about 2 games worth. And he's been up to every one of them. Different types of plays. That one had to throw a strike because of the high hop, gather, and then throw the bullet to his teammate across there, Lucas.
1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and here is the Vikings catcher, Matt Brown. Hit one right back to Sykon in the 2nd inning. We've watched a lot of Matt Brown catch for the Vikings the last couple years here on Big Time Sports.
He's handled some good ones, hasn't he?
Boy, he sure has. That's hit hard to left field, coming in hard, and makes a running catch right at the eyelids of the left fielder, Lucas Steele. Hit hard, but right at Steele for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yep, Steele got a nice jump on it when you take a look from your camera angle. Great swing on the breaking ball, stayed back, drove it, and take a look at tracking the baseball. Steele did a great job right off the bat, managing it. Great play.
2 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and here is the Vikings shortstop, Ryan Serbanak. Boy, he made the play of the game defensively.
He sure did. About that grab in the hole, threw from his knees.
It's one thing getting there, another thing getting up and throwing them out.
When you think about that half inning, Joe, had that not happened, there'd have been more base runners happening that half. That was a good erase of a base runner with a great play.
2 out for the Vikings here in the bottom of the 5th. Scoreless tournament baseball here in Stark County. Good pitch again by Sykon.
Great job there. That Sykon just challenging Servanek. He's got 2 homers and 14 stolen bases, so the idea there is he can hit a pop and he can run it.
1-2 pitch. That's hit in the air on the right side. Right fielder Gabe Montgomery looking up and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So once again, the Vikings go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We are scoreless. One more look at it.
Yep, that pitch is working away a little bit. Servanek takes the barrel up to it, but it was dragging just a little bit, so it's going to stay up. And there's Montgomery getting underneath it. The lefty finalizes the half inning.
We're coming back with the top of the sixth. We are still scoreless right here on Big Time Sports.
Treat your family to the best in dining pleasure at Chibo's Restaurant in Waynesburg. The very best in homemade pasta, rigatoni, and spaghetti will delight your appetite. And the homemade rolls and bread are menu favorites. Visit Chibo's once and you'll become a regular. Other popular items like chicken, ham, and veal parmesan highlight our menu. Take the short drive to great food at Chibo's in Waynesburg.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Unleash the champion in you at T-County Boxing Academy. From beginners to seasoned pros, our classes are tailored for every age and skill level. Get ready to jab, hook, and cross your way to greatness with our expert trainers. Join a community where everyone is welcome to embrace the power within. It's not just a workout, it's a journey to a stronger, more confident you. T-County Boxing Academy, where champions are made. Sign up now and step into the ring of endless possibilities.
Ready for adventure? The 2025 Chevrolet Equinox is here. With its sleek design, advanced safety features, and spacious interior, the Equinox is built for your next journey. It combines performance with efficiency. Find yours at Ferris Chevrolet Toyota. Locally trusted, family-owned, and dedicated to your driving needs, Ferris Chevrolet Toyota makes finding your dream car easy.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena back at North Canton Hoover, and Mike, to put it very distinctly to everybody watching and listening, this is now a 2-inning game. We are scoreless here in the top of the sixth.
Something's got to give in 2 innings or we're playing some bonus baseball, Joe,
yes.
That's for sure. But here's the heart of the order. So to your point, here we are in the sixth, and we're going to see 3, 4, and 5 hole hitters.
Nick Hinkle, as Mike said, the number 3 hitter, the shortstop. He is 0 for 2 this afternoon.
When you have that shortstop hitting in the 3-hole, Joe, that's an athlete.
You're right.
So just get him on base. They can do things with that. Start the running game.
Jake Donaldson has given up only 3 hits this afternoon and throws that one on the inside corner, or outside corner, for a called strike.
Great job. Stays 0-2 now, so Donaldson's going to make sure he's not hitting anything sweet. Went outside there with a fastball. Same idea here. Still ahead. He's got to hit your pitch, and something he's not real comfortable hitting.
Donaldson ready again, and that one's in the dirt. Swings. They called him out.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that must have been caught cleanly by Matt Brown.
Yep, brought that off speed. Wants to run that up there high. Yep, that curveball. Nice out pitch, as they say. What's your out pitch? There he went, curveball.
I think Hinkle thought that was in the dirt, was going to force Brown to throw him out at first, but Brown caught that one cleanly for the first out of the inning. Here's Andrew Sykon, the outstanding pitcher for Normandy. He has not given up a hit and has struck out 6 thus far for the Invaders.
No doubt. Yep, and again, efficient pitching there by Jake Donaldson.
Boy, good pitch again on the corner.
Right there, and look, don't look now, but 0-2. When you're a pitcher, there's rhythm. So let's see what Brown does on the setup for us here, Joe, because our camera work is so good. Taking him outside.
0-2 pitch. That one breaks low and inside. We're now at 1-2.
Matt Brown's great to watch because his little finger and his thumb are the direction arrows for where he wants that pitch. So again, because we have, that's all off speed when you see a 3.
Round ball gets by Donaldson, and the shortstop can't make the play. Cervenak had that bounce off his left knee. I'm not sure if that'll be an error or a hit, but we do have a base runner, and it's Andrew Sykon.
Yep, Joe, he played that in between. That's going to be an error. Brought that curveball. You see it coming right at you. He slid and then probably didn't track the baseball to his glove there. caromed off. So the idea now is you regroup. Next play mentality.
Here's Lucas Steele, the number 5 hitter in the lineup in the left fielder. Let's see if Sycon tries to steal here to get into scoring position. That's hit in the air and out of play. I'm not sure if Cervenak was shielded a little bit by Donaldson. Maybe he thought he was going to make that play coming up the middle, but took a wicked hop on him relatively close to the bag.
Yep, his body language on that slide was interesting to try to kill it coming up the middle.
Squares the bunt. It's a good bunt. Donaldson's going to get it and going to throw for the out, but in the process, Andrew Sycon gets in the scoring position out at second base with 2 out.
How about that decision? Nice job with bunting. Great bunt. Move it off of the pitcher's mound one way or the other. Donaldson's a heck of an athlete, so he pounces on that, throws it strike to his first baseman. Now 2 outs, runner in scoring position, and you've got Saban.
There's Logan Saban, who has played outstanding defense at third base for Normandy today. And now has a chance to be the big offensive guy if he can get a base hit here. Good breaking ball, and that comes in right at the hands.
Sure didn't. How about the decision by Normandy to put the bunt down, knowing it's going to be the second out, to put the runner in scoring position? That is confidence in Saban for sure.
Big hole on the left side of the infield. Saban has been on base twice via the walk. As we mentioned, Normandy with 3 base hits. Saban has walked twice. And now Sycon on via the air, so Normandy's had base runners this afternoon.
Good miss there, you saw. It was really, really good catcher work there by Brown. He showed both fingers, stayed up on that outside. The idea there is paint that outside corner low and away. He can't hurt you.
I would guess, Mike, anything hit on the ground for a base hit, Normandy's going to send Sycon. Scoreless game, make Hoover make a play.
Like your thought, that's exactly right, Joe. At this point, you make him handle the baseball.
Boy, some nervous energy right now all around Dick Miller Field as this gets into the 6th inning and we're still scoreless. Good pitch by Donaldson to get Saban to swing and miss.
Took him upstairs. Tough one to handle. Great pitch.
So Sycon stranded out at second. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Hoover. Still no score.
Welcome to Willis Group Realty, where service meets excellence.
At Willis Group Realty, we pride ourselves on customer service. We ensure smart investment choices for a secure future. And we give back to the community because we believe in building stronger neighborhoods. Commercial, residential, land, whatever your real estate needs, Willis Group Realty has you covered.
Willis Group Realty, welcome home.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime we picked the best program.
Certified by the American Lighting Association, Furbay's Light Shop is your go-to for all lighting needs, residential, commercial, or industrial. Our experts assist with every detail, from bulb size and fixture type to designing layouts. Visit us for hands-on displays showcasing various fixtures, or log in to furbay.com/lightshop. Let us help you visualize the perfect light for your space. Whether you need advice or want to explore lighting options, stop by or log in to Furbay's Light Shop today and see how we can brighten your project.
Welcome to PAC Oil Drilling, your local energy partner. Embrace the benefits of domestic oil production with us. We pride ourselves on safe and environmentally responsible practices, ensuring minimal impact on Ohio's beautiful landscape. Our dedicated team is committed to meeting energy demands while preserving nature's beauty. PAC Drilling is a big supporter of high school athletics and academics. We wish our athletes the very best on the field and in the classroom.
At Mears Nissan, we make car buying easy. We want our customers to have a pleasant buying experience from start to finish. We offer a comfortable and welcoming space where you can feel confident making your purchase. Family owned and operated for over 35 years, we're proud to offer family-friendly financing options designed to fit your budget. Don't just take our word for it. Take a look at some of our happy customers. So if you're planning on buying a new or used car or truck, look no further than Mears Nissan in Canton and let our family take care of yours.
Welcome back to Big Time Sports. You are watching Division II tournament baseball right here, and it's a good one. No score between the number 6 seed North Canton Hoover and the number 25 seed Parma Normandy. Hoover now will try and get something going here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They'll send up Jasper Reitz, who will be hitting for the Vikings second baseman Danny Holohan, and Brian Ashby trying to do anything to get that run across and move on in this tournament. It's been more, I think, than they thought. Taking nothing away from Parma, but I'm not sure Hoover looked at a 25 seed and says they're going to be this good.
Well, you know, if they were paying attention, they should have. But, you know, you get into that game and you're saying, okay, they are better.
Yes.
Now here's this righty-lefty matchup. I see what Coach Ashby's doing. Stirred up a little bit.
Sycon ready. And Reed swings at that first pitch and hits it down that left field area. Oh, that was a left fielder, Lucas Steele, that backed up and made the over-the-head catch for the first out. So Reach didn't waste any time, Mike. Picked on that first pitch.
Came right at him. He saw that fastball up and away. And notice it up and away. That means that ball's going to carry to the third base foul line and drift a little bit. And you saw the action there from the body language of Steele.
I think we got another pinch hitter coming up. It's like number 23. That Matt Cervenak.
Yep, gets hit.
It's hit. So the Vikings have a base runner here with one out in the bottom of the 6th, and it's pinch hitter Matt Cervenak hitting for Drake Cooper.
Ran that fastball in, caught him on the front elbow, got the base runner they're looking for.
16, Jack Andes.
Now we have something rolling as the Vikings move to the top of the order, and Jack Andes.
I think we have a pinch runner back in too. Might have been a re-entry. Yeah, Cooper re-entered for the pinch hitter.
There's Cooper. Got that number 2 on the back of his
Longtime assistant
Vikings jersey.
Yep, longtime assistant Jeff Sarbaugh. Just resetting. Outs inning score. Outs inning score. Head high line drive. You're freezing. But there could be game on here because you've got your leadoff hitter, Andes, who can manage the bat extremely well.
Vikings looking for their first run, also their first hit of the game. And, Andrew Sycon has come into Stark County today and pitched a heck of a game, to say the least, Mike. He has been impressive.
He sure has. You know, every bit of that 3-3 record, 2.84 ERA, he's kept that down.
There goes Cooper. Throw down, and they got him. Boy, what a throw by Jensen Vargo. The gun down Drake Cooper trying to steal.
Big time throw by Vargo. Watch this coming right at you. Vargo gets up on his toes, through the bunt, hand exchange, throws a strike. If that's not there, he's safe. That was a great throw, great tag.
That was Nick Hinkle, the shortstop, taking a throw, and he didn't have to move much to take that one. So now Andy stands in with a 2-0 count, but there's 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Joan, it's Hoover's personnel to get that running game going. It took a nice play from Vargo to get that done. And we got Andes, who handles the bat well. You know, he's hitting 350, 11 RBIs. So if you could gotten him into scoring position, your chances just went up.
Yes. I would think if Andes can get this into the outfield, he may try and stretch it to a double. And that is hit hard into left center field. Peyton Wolf drifting way back close to the warning track to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So Andes hit it hard, but hit it high. And that's 3 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 6 full innings in the books. Let's move to the 7th. It's nail-biting time here at Hoover. Scoreless right after this.
Ready for adventure? The 2025 Chevrolet Equinox is here. With its sleek design, advanced safety features, and spacious interior, the Equinox is built for your next journey. It combines performance with efficiency. Find yours at Ferris Chevrolet Toyota. Locally trusted, family-owned, and dedicated to your driving needs, Ferris Chevrolet Toyota makes finding your dream car easy.
Mr. Derek, can I talk to you for a second?
What's going on?
My best friend needs a lot of help, and I tried to talk to her about it, but she won't talk to me anymore. Well, I kinda told her that you were my trusted adult. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
We all may need a little help. And it's even more important that we don't hesitate.
Introducing Pizza Oven, a legacy since 1956. For decades, we've delighted taste buds with our authentic flavors. Indulge in our scrumptious menu, carefully crafted to satisfy every craving. From crispy pizzas to fresh salads, tender chickens to savory pasta, we have it all. Visit pizzaoven56.com and experience the taste of tradition at your fingertips. Pizza Oven, serving Northeast Ohio at our 10 locations.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Well, we move to the top of the 7th inning here at Hoover, and we are scoreless. Division II tournament baseball, as North Canton Hoover, the number 6 seed, trying to dispose of a gritty Parma Normandy team who comes in at the 25 seed. Scoreless, and now for the Invaders, it'll be Evan Lucas, Jensen Vargo, and Gabe Montgomery. There are 7, 8, and 9 hitters that take on Viking starter Jake Donaldson.
Boy, Joe, you think about pitching being the great neutralizer and equalizer, and that's happened today. The pitchers are owning the moment.
Ground ball right at the shortstop. Throw to Zarco, 6-3 in the play for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for Donaldson.
It's a curveball going away. Great job there by Cervenek. Gathered, followed his throw. Zarco's a big target over there. Great first out on 1 pitch. You're right, Joe.
There's the Invaders catcher, Jensen Vargo. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. When the Vikings bat in the bottom of the 7th inning, they will have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up with a chance to get a walk-off win.
Yep, the heart of the order. So you're hopeful there that the contact hitters will do just that and create some base running energy out there. You might even see pinch runners at that point.
It's that one foul down that third base line, and count now goes to 1-2.
Well, I know we've talked about it, Joe, but Jake Donaldson's done a great job of staying ahead of hitters. Keeps his pitch count down. Team's picking the ball up for him, and he keeps challenging hitters. That's a good equation for defensive baseball.
For the Viking outfield playing shallow. Not letting anything bounce in front of them.
Yeah, Joe, it's a good point that you see that, the depth of the outfielders here, because they're confident of where they are in the outfield. We're watching the Normandy outfield playing a little deeper,
yes,
just in case.
2-2 pitch. Swings through that one for A strikeout. Boy, Donaldson has been tough today.
Now batting for the Invaders.
Yeah, he brought that great breaking ball. Showed it inside that middle point and then just dives away, swinging over the top. Great pitch. The spin rate they talk about.
Yep.
More spin, more bite.
Here's Invaders right fielder, number 9 hitter Gabe Montgomery. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Singled, got as far as second base back in the 3rd inning. So Normandy looking for some 2-out lightning to take the lead. Vikings just trying to get to the dugout, regroup and try and win it.
Themselves set, but that's right, you see Lukens again in on the cut. Zarko playing him normal. Whenever you see a catcher like Brown have one sliding off his hand, sometimes it's just get caught up in what was that pitch. Cross him up a little. We'll see we're going inside and up.
Boy, good off-speed pitch. Good breaking ball in the corner.
We're sure to get that count to even. Now he's got all his pitches available to him. Take a look at Brown, see if we can see where he's setting up. Went right
good
at
pitch
it.
in the corner. So back-to-back strikeouts by Donaldson to close out the 7th inning. And now we move to the bottom of the 7th inning with Hoover a chance to win it and move on. It'll be Lukens, Wilkinson, and Zarko, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for head coach Brian Ashby. Right now, let's take a look at some of the fans that have come out this afternoon. Pretty good crowd here for Hoover. They love their baseball and a great facility to watch it in, Mike.
For sure, Joe. Those are veterans that we just saw there. They have their chairs correct, the blankets correct, and the coat. They are Northeast Ohio baseball fans.
They are.
You bring it all and unload it. And you look around, you see dads getting in from work, getting near the concession stand. Naslin's still scouting it.
Oh, yeah. That's right, summertime right around the corner, and those lawn chairs will be out in abundance once you get into that summer, Mike.
They sure should be. This can almost fake you out for a little bit of a fall baseball game.
That's right, exactly.
We're heading the right direction.
Our fan cam brought to you as always by New Image Auto Sales. They're inviting everybody to come down to their showroom, take a look at everything they have to offer, the people here in Stark County, and our thanks to New Image Auto Sales for sponsoring our fan cam all season long. So here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning, scoreless. Vikings looking for their first hit of the game. 1 run will win it and send them to Thurman Munson Stadium on Thursday at 2 o'clock to take on the Massillon Tigers. Takes that one in the dirt. Lukens was a base runner back in the bottom of the 1st. He was on via an error by the shortstop. Got as far as 3rd base, Mike. That would have been a big run if they could have got it. But he was stranded out there.
And that's as far as any base runner has come today for the Vikings.
That's hit to the right side. That could be problems, but it's going to be right in the glove of the first baseman, Evan Lucas. Hit that one off the end of the bat, it looked like, Mike.
Yep, he did it. Take a look at great delivery. The barrel slid in a little bit under it, and it just popped him up. The right side first baseman took control. Got in a little deep on Lukens there.
There you take a look at Ryan Wilkinson, the Vikings designated hitter. Big right-handed hitter. Grounded out to 3rd on a nice play by Saban back in the 1st. Then struck out swinging in the 4th, so he's 0 for 2.
Yep, whenever you say a great play by an infielder today for Parma, it's usually got Saban's name attached to it.
That's for sure. Andrew Sycon going all the way, struck out 6 this afternoon, not giving up 1 hit.
When the way he looks right now.
Looks strong, doesn't he?
He sure does, and the Vikings haven't been able to even string together some good contact.
Wilkinson fouls that one to the left, out of play.
You know, both coaches will take these pitchers to the limit that they're allowed, given their success rate so far.
We were told that Logan Saban was warming up between innings, and Wilkinson takes that pitch and fouls it out of play to the left. We weren't surprised that we may see Saban. Boy, he's throwing showing an explosive arm this afternoon.
Explosive arm, and a lot of times you say, you're talking about a pitcher. We say, no, we're talking about our third baseman.
Yeah.
That's how explosive that arm is.
Wilkinson waiting on the 1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that breaking ball.
Stayed alive. Now you take a look, we look down our third baseline, Joe. Typically, late innings, you don't want to give anything up. You'll move a little closer to the foul line. But you see Saban down there, he's playing it natural, but maybe a half step or so to the line and favoring some energy to it. No doubles there, as we call that.
That's hit hard, but foul. Looked like Saban was trying to freeze Wilkinson a little bit. Took an extra little time on throwing that one.
That's the best, Joe, and it's great that you noticed that, because that's the cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Where a pitcher watches a guy get in there and he looks hefty. You know, he's a strong guy. He wants to get in that swing rhythm. Well, I'll just hold it a little longer. That bat squeezes tighter and tighter.
We'll do it again at 1-2. Boy, off-speed pitch, and Wilkinson can't catch up with it. Second time he's fanned today.
Great breaking ball. You take a look, starts it up there a little high, and then it dives right down there. Whoop, brought that curveball right into the zone.
The Vikings, number 44, Jack Zarko.
There's Jack Zarko, the Vikings first baseman, big number 44. I think he's got 6 home runs this year, doesn't he, Mike? If I read right, maybe?
And 9 ribbies.
Boy, he'd love to hit one out of here now.
Yeah, you could tell Jack took a look at that pitch, wished he had it. He liked that movement in on him, and he was on it, timed up.
Vikings through 6 2/3 innings, no runs, and they still looking for that first hit. Breaking ball, and not sure that was a strike.
No, almost fooled him a little bit, like it was another fastball up, but then it had the breaking ball action at the end, and Zarko was way out in front.
That one works high, and we're at 1-2 now.
A lot of times, Joe, they're saying just get that fastball for 2 strikes, just get it up high in their eyes. Well, you can overdo that. We just saw that. Came to our eyes.
1-2 pitch. That one misses inside.
I'd break that off just inside where it breaks into the inside half of the plate, paint that corner, and tie your hands up. It's a good pitch. 2 strikes.
That's hit hard, but fouled on that left field line.
Great at-bat here by Zarko. He's spoiling things, battling. Let's see what happens here at 2-2. So now, this is the best. You got Saikon is saying, all right, what's my out pitch? What's my command pitch? And I'm setting at 2-2. So I got another pitch if I bounce this one in there. Can he make him go fishing on what he would consider his out pitch? Let's watch what happens.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Andrew Saikon. Zarko waiting. And on the outside corner, third time Zarko has struck out, and strikeout number 7 for Andrew Saikon, who through 7 innings against the number 6 seed Hoover Vikings has not given up a hit. We're going to come back. We're going extra frames today in tournament baseball. We're back right after this on Big Time Sports.
This moment, it's a choice. To find out what you're made of. To own what's in front of you, no matter what that might be. We showed up, we're here. This moment belongs to us right now.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena back at Dick Miller Field, North Canton Hoover High School, and we are going extra innings, and what a surprise this one has been. The Vikings, the home team, the number 6 seed, Division II sectional district. Normandy came in at the number 25 seed. And here we are going to the top of the 8th. No score as the Invaders will send the top of the order to take on Jake Donaldson. And Mike, I'll let you explain a little high school baseball as far as how many pitches these guys can throw. I'm not sure we're getting close, but that could be a factor before it's over.
As you move into extra inning baseball and you still have your starters, at its core, you get a daily pitch limit of 125 pitches, and that's being monitored. Now, these guys have been efficient, as you see there, with just a couple pitches to get that first out of the inning from Donaldson.
That was Victor Reyes who grounded it right at the shortstop, Cervenak, for the first out of the inning.
Got that fastball right in there, rolled over. Great job for Cervenak. Notice how he had that little extra scoot and gather? That gets his balance right to make a good throw.
Here's Peyton Wolf, the Invaders center fielder. He's got one of the 3 hits this afternoon for Normandy. Hits that at Cervenak again. Comes in, throws on the run, got him.
Very nice play. Watch this one unfold, Joe. We call this one charging and fielding it on the in, working under. So watch the scoop, works under, throws across his body.
Number 32,
nice strike there to first base. That's a nice play, an athletic shortstop play.
There you take a look at Nick Hinkle, the Invaders shortstop, hitting with 2 out here in the top of the 8th, still scoreless. Donaldson throws that one outside. Hinkle is 0 for 3 this afternoon, struck out back in the 6th inning. Again, that one works outside for ball 2.
2-0, but again, we were talking about that pitch count, and you see Donaldson this half inning's been pretty efficient. So we just do 7 innings times X number of pitches. He's pretty good shape.
That one hits the outside corner for strike 1. Boy, every pitch, every play, so important right now because you never know what could determine the outcome of this one.
There's that whole balance in baseball of keeping the game in check, and that means fielding it cleanly, pitching it well. When you get out of check with an error, or you don't cover a base, or you misplay a fly ball, it opens things up.
2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that one as Donaldson threw it right in on his hands.
He brought that inside nice on the hands. Good observation, Joe. You're not going to be able to get your barrel on it, and you barely roll your hands over. So it's not going to bite you much.
Hinkle, the number 3 hitter for the Invaders. Good power. Gets that one in right over the head of the shortstop. Boy, it looked like Cervenak was going to come down with that, and it just scooted over the top of his glove for a base hit.
Yeah, you watch that. As
for the Invaders,
it was almost a timing. You're going to see it coming right at you. Cervenak's going to show up in the right side of your screen. Yep, just over the outstretched arm for the 2-out single.
So the Invaders have a runner at first with 2 out here in the top of the 8th. We are scoreless. And here is the Invaders pitcher, Andrew Sycon. Let's see if they try and run Hinkle here. Boy, he was going, I think. Donaldson was guessing right.
Absolutely. The pitcher's job is to control the running game with his movement on stretch, stepping off, throwing over. So good job there by Donaldson to manage that.
Hinkle diving back in. Boy, if you're head coach Nick Loya of Normandy, I think you almost have to roll the dice and send him here to get somebody in scoring position.
Keep pressure on.
Yeah.
We're certainly not stinging the baseball, so let's do it with our legs.
There he goes. They fake the bunt, the throw out, and he's in with a stolen base. So Nick Loya, head coach of the Invaders, says, hey, I'm going to take a chance. And Hinkle pays off with a stolen base. He's in scoring position. And now coming out of that first base dugout.
Boy, what great camera work, guys. It's perfect. The show of the bunt, which was great. Great catcher exchange there by Brown. Good throw, but an even better break on the steal attempt by Hinkle. And how about that? Beats that throw by a slide. So now you got the runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
And Andrew Sycon, who has thrown a no-hitter at the Vikings through 7 innings, is also their number 4 cleanup hitter. He's got a chance to drive in the lead run if he can get a hit here, and that's what they're talking about as the pitching coach has come out for the Vikings to just maybe calm things down a little bit.
Think about your approach, making sure guys are positioned well for the hitter. And Sycon, he hits 352, so he's going to put charge into baseball if it's a strike. Just making sure we're covering bases, keeping that little pinch on the runner. So our second baseman here, in this case, Houlihan's going to try to keep the lead off a little tighter.
Hinkle with good speed, the runner at second. And Sycon with a good swing. You can tell by his body language, he wants that one back.
He saw what he wanted, didn't he, Joe? Turned on it nicely. Again, our guys with the cameras just do a beautiful job of surrounding the game with the situations that you see. You see the lead off there.
Hinkle trying to get a good lead out at second. Here comes the pitch. And that one breaks outside. 2-1.
Good pitch, good disciplined hitting there.
Well, if you're Hinkle, you want to get a good lead, but you don't want to get picked off either.
And the idea here is you don't want to be throwing the ball into center field either on an errant pickoff play. So keep him close enough, but command your catcher right now. Nice pitch.
Yeah, Sycon kind of inside out that hit. Trying to ruin a good pitch.
Boy, Joe, you see that? That means I'm fooled, and I'm going to commit with what's left of being fooled. So now Donaldson evens that count at 2-2. So let's watch the catcher set up.
Big pitch here at 2-2. Donaldson ready. Hinkle the runner at second. And that is hit foul down the right field line. That's going to be out of play. Closest man, that was the Big Time Sports cameraman out there in right field. Not sure he had a glove on, but he would have made the play.
Made a good first step. I was watching.
That's right.
Right in there. And you can see all the games within the baseball game. A lot of folks say it moves slowly, but everybody's thinking and doing certain things out there. Base runner going to work his way into a good position. His weight should be on his front foot when he comes down, so he's ready to go. Yep, there he is.
Sycon hanging tough, hitting some good pitches.
Boy, Donaldson's doing a great job altering pitch speed. And you're right about Sycon. He's been up to the task right now. Still battling at 2-2.
If you just joined us, we are scoreless, extra innings. Parma, Normandy, North Canton, Hoover, Division II tournament baseball. For the winner, season's over. If the winner moves on to Thurman Munch, for the loser, the season's over. And Sycon again, he's seen a lot of pitches, fouled off, what, 3 or 4 already?
What a great matchup, Joe. You got pitcher on pitcher, great hitter against great pitcher. You just love it back and forth, and he's spoiling everything right now that Donaldson has. So now, here it comes. What's my out pitch? What's my sequence been? And you see the catcher there, Brown looking for what do we want to do here. And he's going to drop it. You see the signals going. There's usually a second or third one that he's saying yes to.
Here we go again at 2-2. Strike 3 call, inside corner.
Hit that corner.
Sycon looks back at the umpire, says no way that was a strike, but he's heading back to the dugout. And we are still scoreless. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning, Mike. That was an inside corner, and home plate umpire didn't hesitate.
Not at all. Look, had movement, had tailing movement on the inside. So I think it caught the corner even as it finished into the catcher's glove, and that surprised Sycon. He'll want that same pitch here on his half.
So they leave the lead run out there at second base. That was Hinkle, who had singled and then stolen second. But Sycon called out on strikes as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Vikings need 1 run to win it and move on to Munson Stadium on Thursday to take on Massillon. And they will send up their 5, 6, and 7 hitters to take on Sycon, who has not given up a hit yet today to the Vikings.
That's amazing. Sycon jumps right back out there, and you know he's going to run a fastball inside on somebody. And just watch for that right arm to go up. You know, Joe, if Hoover can get base runners, they've stolen 87 bases this year. Of course, caught stealing once here, but that won't stop them. If they get that lead runner on, they'll create some action.
What a heck of a tournament baseball game we have seen today. First round, this is the way the entire tournament's going to go. We're going to see some excellent baseball.
For sure, Joe. This has that feel of a district semifinal or district final. Great pitching. Defense has been stellar.
Now batting for the Vikings.
So for Hoover here in the bottom of the 8th inning, looking for their first hit of the game. 1 run will win it. And they'll send up Roman Geiselman, Matt Brown, and Ryan Cervenak to take on Andrew Sycon, who has not given up a hit through 7. Takes that one outside. Now, if you're Vikings, you take a few pitches, make him throw strikes.
Boy, Joe, you're leaning in right. It's got to be your strike. We used to say if he can just take one, but if it's a good one for you, get on it. So being ahead right now, it's got to be your perfect strike.
1-0 pitch. Line drive. Oh, knocked down by the second baseman. He's going to have to hurry and safe at first. I'll tell you, the second baseman, Austin Simmons, played that to his left on a hard hit ball. Got by him a little bit. I think he still had time, had to hurry the throw. And Geiselman is the winning run now out at first base to lead off the 8th.
Yeah, it was a really nice play by Simmons there. We call it the knock him down, throw him out position, that second base spot, but it drifted him. And he played that single, and it was just, couldn't get enough on the throw, so that was a good single.
Here's Matt Brown as Geiselman now is the winning run. First hit of the game for Hoover. And here's Matt Brown. Do you sacrifice here, Mike? Get him out to second?
Boy, the best part about that is that absolutely is in play because you take a look at what's coming behind here. Cervenek, Holohan, depending what they do with pinch hitters. So nobody out. This is a good spot to have a good sacrifice bunt. It is a good one, unless you're trusting your runner here.
Boy, you got Matt Brown and Roman Geiselman both looking at what sign they just got. Now they're going to turn and bunt, and now they're going to pull it back for a ball.
Joe, I like the situational spot here of putting the bunt down, particularly getting it to the first base side. Or let your count work you where you show it and pull it back and play hit and run. But that's a lot of discipline and coordination, so let's see what's happening.
Geiselman's got to be careful over there at first. You want to get a good jump, but you don't want to get picked off because that is a huge base runner out there for the Vikings. Can win it right here in the bottom of the 8th.
Exactly, no base running errors here. You see that great lead there at first.
They throw behind him and don't get him. Well, it was Jensen Vargo who took a shot at Geiselman through the Evan Lucas, but Geiselman, Johnny on the spot, diving back in.
Well, Joe, you have the 2-0 count now. So this could change a little of the dynamic. Still think you want to get that bunt down, but make sure you're bunting a strike.
You know he's got to throw a strike here. And he squares again. There's the bunt up in the air. Diving play by Zykon. Throws back, and they got him. What a play by Andrew Zykon. Another great defensive play that may have saved the game for Normandy.
What a great play.
Here comes the Papa Bears big play replay. Mike, do the honors. This is special here.
That quickly pops. What a great catch. Comes up, gathers, throws. First great stretch down there by Lucas to create that bang bang play. You take a little bit of the time we're looking right now. You see Coach Ashby taking a walk. He's saying, hey, are you sure? Are you sure that foot was not on there? And can you ask somebody? So that's truly what they're doing right now.
Yeah, they are going to
check.
Petition to the first base umpire whether Geiselman, we're going to watch it again on the replay. Watch it, Mike. What do you see here? There's the bunt. Sykon's going to race in and catch it. Now he's going to throw back to the first base, and the question is, does the first baseman Lucas have his foot on the bag?
Boy, we couldn't see from that angle. Boy, it looks like it was off and up just a little bit. Coach Starbaugh certainly was adamant about that, and he continues to be adamant about it. But again, the umpires not reversing what they're not sure of.
Well, the play stands. There's 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th, and here's Ryan Cervenek. 0 for 2 this afternoon. Takes that one on the outside for ball 1.
Boy, that's the tough part of the sacrifice bunt. So it's the ability to pop it up. So here comes our, take a look, see where that foot is. Boy, where that umpire is behind the bag, he might not have seen him sliding off there, Joe.
Didn't have a good angle on it.
No, look.
Line drive, single. And that play is even bigger right now as Cervenek singles sharply in the center field with 2 out.
Boy, amen, Joe. You're just summarizing how baseball can be so strange. You don't execute. Now that single would have managed you at least runners on the corner. Well struck.
And if the sacrifice is good, that's the winning hit.
Cervenak, you have a shot at it at that point, for sure. So that's what makes that double play all the more of an ache for the Vikings.
Here's Danny Holohan, the second baseman. Now I'm guessing they'll try and run Cervenak here.
Not a surprise. You know, they should put the pressure on for sure.
Holohan 0 for 1. He was pinch hit for by Jasper Reitz back in the 6th. So officially has been to the plate one time this afternoon.
Saw the great pitch out there. Normandy made that call. Say, okay, we're gonna take a look. If you're going, we'll give up a pitch right here. So now game's back on.
But Andrew Sykon maybe with the play of the game.
Well, he did pounce, wasn't he, Joe? Great athlete there to manage coming off the mound on his follow through.
He's coming downhill, dives and makes the glove hand catch, and then gets up and throws him out.
Throws a strike.
There's a look at Cervenak, the base runner at first. And now it's 3-0, so one more pitch would put Cervenak in scoring position out at second base.
Now this could sound strange, Joe, but I'd make him throw me 2.
Yes, I agree.
Throw 2, and then I'll go battle with one pitch. See what's up there. Some guys will square show bunt, a lot of strange things.
That's right down the middle of the plate.
Yep.
But I'm with you, Mike. I let me throw another one right here.
Unless you're, now if Coach Ashby here's the game, you can say, okay, he's going to throw him another fastball. Let's put the hit and run on.
Strike 2 called.
How about that? He brought the breaking ball at 3-1, Joe. Great pitch. That's a veteran move out there and a confident hurler.
So Cervenak will have the advantage of taking off right here on 3-2. Holohan waiting.
Great job there by Holohan taking that timeout. Your rhythm.
You can tell Sykon has been well coached as a pitcher, man. He is smooth out there.
In command of the position. You're right, Joe. All facets of the position. Just in case, so you notice there he started and then made his move, and we're seeing that heel and lead off here. It's a great camera angle to watch that game. So the right heel, watch it. Down, that means you're going.
That's hit in the air on the right side. First baseman Evan Lucas makes the catch for the 3rd out. So we have played 8 full innings here at North Canton Hoover. We are still scoreless. We're coming back with the 9th inning right here on Big Time Sports.
The newly remodeled 30-acre Akron Auto Auction, located at 2471 Lay Drive in Akron. Our weekly auction starts at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. Our public auction offers repossessions and U.S. government vehicles. Akron Auto Auction makes buying and selling with confidence as effortless as possible. We're open to dealers and the public. Check current weekly inventory or learn more at akronautoauction.com or call 330-773-8245.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena, as we move to the top of the 9th inning here at North Canton Hoover. That's right, we are playing extra frames today in our first tournament game of the year. Parma Normandy has come in to start, kind of nicknames the Invaders, and boy, have they invaded North Canton today, Mike. They are the number 25 seed, a record of 10-15, and they have pushed the Vikings now into extra innings, as Hoover now is going to bring in Jack Andes in relief of Jake Donaldson, who pitched a heck of a game, but leaves it scoreless here in the 9th.
Boy, if you have to give it up, if you're Donaldson, you're giving it up to a confident reliever in Jack Andes. Career saves record, he has 8 total, and it's shared with and was set by Tanner Ware. So it's pretty neat that not only does it with the bat, with his legs and his fielding, but on the mound, he's also been instrumental to the Vikings throughout the year.
For Normandy, it'll be Lucas Steele, Logan Sabin, and Evan Lucas. They're 5, 6, and 7 hitters to take on Jack Andes here in the top of the 9th inning. Boy, Andes with a good fastball, good change. He's the real deal in relief for head coach Brian Ashby.
When we saw him the other night, Joe, he works quick and hard.
Yes.
Challenges every hitter.
for Lucas Steele. He sacrificed back in the 6th inning. So officially he is 1 for 2 this afternoon. And he started the game, of course, in center field. Now in relief here in the top of the 9th. On the outside corner, called strike 3, unhittable.
Right now, unhittable, and it's right on him. Watch the command of this fastball. He paints that outside corner.
Now batting for the Invaders,
Boom.
number 33.
And great job in there by Brown, popping that up.
Here's Logan Seaman, the Invaders' third baseman. He has walked twice and struck out back in the 6th inning. May see him pitch in the 9th. We're not sure. I'm not sure if they'll send Andrew Sykon out there again or not, Mike. He's pitched a heck of a game.
You know, to your point, John, I don't think he hit the 125 pitch spot, so we may see him a little bit more until they can't.
1-1 pitch to Saban. Breaks inside.
Try a little slider there, up and in.
Yeah, since he's given up a hit, maybe much easier to send somebody in relief. If he had a no-no going, it'd be tough to get him out of there.
Yeah, for sure, and it depends, again, on command. He seems to be in command, so if he's not at a 125 pitch count, I think you're running him back out there.
Boy, tough pitch. Right at the letters, couldn't catch up with it.
Nope, and that fastball by Andes has got a little extra kick to it. So you're committing right away, or you saw what happens there. Half swing.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts by Jack Andes here in the top of the 9th.
Watch the command of strike zone here. Brings that fastball. Bang. Right off the corner, just above the belt. Look at Andes. He's ready to go right now.
There's Evan Lucas, who is 1 for 3 this afternoon with a single in the 4th. And he is dealing right now, Jack Andes is.
Perfect word, Joe. Leaning back, pepper in the strike zone, challenging the hitters. He can go a while at this rate.
Outside corner at the knees. Not sure you can hit that one.
This is the Vikings version of Class A right now.
Yes. 0-2 pitch coming to Evan Lucas. That one breaks below the knees.
Change speed just a little bit there on him. See if he can get him out in front and over the top of that one. Good waist pitch. Now you know he's going right back at him.
That one just misses.
Yep, just missed. Good call by our home plate umpire. They've been consistent there. That was just up and out a bit.
And he's ready again with the 2-2 pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts by Andes here in the top of the 9th as the Invaders go 1, 2, 3. And once again, the Vikings will come to bat here in the bottom of the 9th with a chance to win the game, Mike, and they'll send up their number 9 hitter. Then we'll go to the top of the order.
Yep, we'll have that 9-1-2, and you know, Joe, this just has this strange feeling like it could go on for a while. Thank goodness for a little extra daylight.
That's right.
We may still run out of that. But it's been a quick game, so we've got time with it. Just going to see who's going to bend and break, and I think we have a new pitcher.
Got a lefty coming in. See if we can pick up the number on that one. It's number 28. That's Peyton Wolf, who is moving in from center field in relief of Andrew Sykon.
There's been a substitution in pitcher for the Invaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome number 28, Peyton Wolf.
So Andrew Sykon goes 8 full innings, gives up no runs and only 1 hit. He cannot be the losing pitcher, cannot be the winning pitcher. What he can do is take a look at this at the 25-year reunion and say, I pitched a heck of a game.
Oh, played my 2-hitter down there at Hoover in the
That's
tournament.
Right. Yeah, he has been special today, along with the Vikings, Jake Donaldson and Jack Andes. We have seen some outstanding high school pitching today.
For sure. Take a look at a little bit of Normandy changes then. Sycon moved over to first base. And a new center fielder to catch up with when they come up. But our lefty here looks like he's a Ron Guidry style, so there's a little name out of the past for you, Joe.
Yes.
Some folks might have to Google that guy's name too.
Louisiana Lightning.
There you go. Looks built like him. Slinger.
I think we got a pinch hitter coming up right now for the Vikings. It'll be Nathan Spangler, who will hit for Drake Cooper. Spangler, right-handed hitter. So Spangler, the leadoff hitter for the Vikings, hits that one slowly towards second base. Second baseman comes in and gets him by a step. So Spangler hitting that first pitch, grounds out 4-3 in the play for the first out here in the ninth.
I got him in on the fifth, so it was slowly hit. Spangler thinks I got a shot here if they don't handle it cleanly. But what a great job over there by Simmons. Gathered, squared up, threw a strike. You love that as a reliever to get that ground ball out.
Boy, here's Jack Andes, leadoff hitter. You get him on base, you know he's going to steal. Takes that one inside for ball two. So right now, I think you make Wolf throw some strikes here.
Boy, and he is. He's got that sneaky look. It's a little bit high with his fastball right now, but his body language is, it doesn't look like he's overthrowing or throwing hard, but he's got a little kick on the fastball. And Andy's ahead 3-0. Sit tight.
Takes that one right at the letters. I think if you're Jack Andes, you make him throw another one.
Agreed, unless it's such a beach ball strike for you that you can drive it.
Hits that one in the right field. Coming in a hurry as a right fielder and makes a running catch. Gabe Montgomery on a nice running catch for the second out here in the ninth.
You took that pitch runs up a little bit. Ties him up inside out. Got him in on, couldn't get that barrel to roll over, so it hung up, and long run out there for Montgomery, but he made the play.
Oh, with two out here in the bottom of the ninth, here's Carter Lukens. 0 for 3 this afternoon, and he's the guy that got as far as third base back in the first inning. Hits that ground ball right at Saban. Good strong throw, and the Vikings go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the ninth. So we move to the 10th inning here at Hoover. It is still no score in Division II tournament baseball.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
C.H. Fallis & Associates in North Canton is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena. You are watching Big Time Sports Division II Tournament Baseball, and it has been a heck of a game. We are scoreless here at Hoover between Normandy and Hoover as we move to the top of the 10th inning. Jack Andes in relief of starting pitcher Jake Donaldson. Vikings with just one hit this afternoon.
Donaldson did a nice job getting him in position and turning it over to Andes, which is a comfortable handoff for sure. He can deal. He's going to need to because there's not been a lot of action on the offensive side for the Vikings.
For Normandy, here is Jensen Vargo, who was struck out twice this afternoon. 0 for 3 officially.
You're right, had fielder's choice mixed in there, didn't he, Joe?
Back in the fourth. Ooh, that hit him, stuck out his elbow. That's what you say, taking one for the team.
Yeah, it is. There's a conversation. Was it a natural stance that the elbow was hit? Yeah, it's okay. There's usually a conversation. It's fair. Say, did he make a
Did he make an effort to get out of the way?
But you are not going to see that undone or reversed.
There's no doubt that that left arm reached out and took that pitch. Now, there you take a look at the base runner.
Yep, again, making
Vargo.
sure the running game's going to get covered up here correctly.
Brian Ashby talking to the home plate umpire saying, wait a minute.
He's going over the rule in the purest form. But
yes.
Did that top elbow extend? But Brian's played a lot of baseball too. He knows exactly what that feels like. And if it's even close, you're not diving out of the way in that situation. Now, if they're running in harder, then you'll see guys diving or ducking or getting out of the way. But on that front shoulder, front elbow, that's a good at-bat.
So Vargo becomes the runner at first. Here is Gabe Montgomery.
Boy, Joe, and Lukens is truly 60 feet away from home plate.
Yeah. Takes that one right at the knees. He didn't square to bunt. Montgomery, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for head coach Nick Loya. What you want to do here is, if you're going to bunt, right at the first baseman.
You got to make sure that it takes its time to be a put out.
There he squares and bunts through it for a strike.
You saw what happened there. The hitter, Joe, when you're looking at Montgomery, he poked at the ball instead of deadened at the ball. And that's a hard bunt because it's usually going up or foul.
And he's an outstanding fielder. If that is bunted toward that first baseman, he's quick enough to get off the mound and make the play.
That's right. You've got Lukens and Andes both who can handle that quickly.
Squares again and takes that one outside for a ball.
Good miss, because that'd have been a tough one to bunt if you're committing to it with 2 strikes, and they seem to be making bunt a difficult pitch. Sometimes guys will throw breaking balls here and try to bunt them.
1-2 pitch. Struck him out on a fastball right at the letters. First out of the inning.
You take a look, Montgomery. That fastball. Great job there by Andes showing it in the eye level, because with 2 strikes, it's a tough one to hold on. It's a great pitch. Good situational pitch.
There's Victor Reyes, number 23. He's the leadoff man for Normandy with 1 out. Vargo got hit by a pitch, still over at first. Scoreless game here in the top of the 10th. There's the bunt, and that's going to stay foul down that first base line.
Boy, Joe, that's again an interesting conversation we can have. Reyes has made contact every time up, and they're committing to the sacrifice to give that second out, to get the runner to second, to take that one opportunity with 2 outs. Almost a philosophy here, because he's your leadoff hitter that could put it in play, could start the running game with him.
There's the square, the bunt, and takes it outside.
Yep, and this is where, again, when you're the defensive side of the inning here, in this case the Vikings, you make sure you're understanding who's got what base coverage, and your catcher's going to be your quarterback on where the bunted ball should be thrown.
Trying to keep Vargo close over there at first base. We have now gone officially over 2 hours in this game this afternoon, and we are scoreless here in the top of the 10th. And he's ready for the 1-1. And that is right at the knees for a called strike.
Well, the guys are doing a great job of showing that first base pitcher angle with this bunt situation. How big's the lead? You can feel it on your TV to say you feel the hitter who's squaring to bunt. And you take a look at this leadoff here. You're going to see what kind of jump he's going to have.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball goes outside and high.
Ran it up there just to make sure that if you're going to bunt it, you're going to put that barrel up there really high. Tough one to get down on the ground when you have that fastball rising above the barrel.
And he's ready again. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Maybe took a little bit off him, but that was spinning up there. It swung right through it.
Boy, did you. Took the bunt off. He says, I'm going to take a shot at this. Watch the pitch location and the decision to swing. Yep, just ran that up there a bit. Out of the strike zone. Luck to have that one back, but that's a good 2-strike pitch. Big out.
Here's the pitcher, Peyton Wolf, who started the game in center field. And now has come in relief of starting pitcher Andrew Sycon. Number 2 in the lineup for head coach Nick Loya. Left-handed hitter takes that one outside for a ball.
There's a good miss there. Now, if you're Parma, you may be thinking, let's go ahead and get a little running game going. How much of a lead can we get? But Andy's just so strong and quick to the plate, it would be hard.
That's hit foul down that left field line.
Just out of play with the 2-out situation here. You're running on contact, so anything that does get to an alley or gets down the line, you've got that extra 60 feet because you're moving on contact and you don't need to worry about where it is.
Fans bundled up this afternoon watching extra inning baseball, tournament baseball. That's hit high in the air on the right side. Right fielder coming in and makes the catch. That was Roman Geiselman who eyed that one all the way down for the 3rd out of the inning. So we moved to the bottom of the 10th inning. Still no score. And for the Vikings, they will send up their 3, 4, and 5 hitters to try and get 1 run across and win this one.
Boy, Joe, no doubt if you get base runners on, you're going to see some pinch runners for sure. You're going to get your best wheels that you can get into the game using the re-entry rule and situational baseball. The key would be to get your leadoff hitter on in any way.
Well, you got your 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for Brian Ashby. Brian Wilkerson, Jack Zarco, then the right fielder Roman Geiselman. So you're right in the heart of the order where you want to be to try and get a run. Maybe look at some of the fans that have stayed with this one. You're almost hate to leave right now. You're going to miss what could be the biggest play of the game. Somebody's going to make it.
For sure, Joe, and even with the length of the game, it's been so well played. There's good fan interest in that.
Yeah.
You're hanging on each pitch. You're aching for hitters, making sure your defensive plays are in line, and before you know it, you've got 10 innings of baseball. And the Massillon staff has stayed with us. They want to see what the outcome, even though they could read about it, Joe, and still be fine.
Or they can go home and watch Big Time Sports. They may watch it anyway.
We should send them a little tip over there. Say you can capture this a little later.
You're invited to stay with us, though, for our wrap-up show after this is finally concluded. All Care wrap-up show will announce our Cryo player of the game. By Cryo of Belden Village. Been with us all season long for football, basketball, and baseball. Glad to have iCryo with us. Give you a chance to get over there. And I've heard a lot of good things about iCryo over there at Belden Village, Mike.
Boy, for sure. Folks that use it swear by it.
Yep.
Go ahead, Joe.
That was Peyton Wolf, who is in the 2nd inning of relief.
Did a nice job of getting that ball just up over Wilkinson's hands.
That one's in the dirt. Vikings trying for just a base runner of any kind to try and move them along. You mentioned there may be some key pinch runners if they can get some of these middle hitters on, guys that normally don't steal bases.
Yep, you're using your bench right now to its strength, and it's situational too. So got a hitter's count here.
That's on the outside corner, all even at 2-2.
Great pitch.
Now the pitching count, so those will maybe hurt somebody on Thursday, right? But guys that have gone a lot here in the extra inning game. That's right back at Wolf, who steadies himself and makes the throw for the 1st out.
So it's a great point that you bring that up, because on 2 days of rest, you're allowed to have that 51 to 75 pitches, so you can't go far. Hit that breaking ball, painted that outside corner. Great pitch, and look at we'll field that position. Uneven ground. That's a good center fielder playing the mound.
Here's first baseman Jack Zarco. Looking for his first hit of the game. There's only been 1 hit, or 2 hits by the Vikings. Geiselman and Cervenak, both singled in the 8th.
Yeah, right now any hit's a good hit that you can get, Joe, to move that ball. We took a little off of that when you saw Zarco get out front and get over the top of it. 0-2, so he could bounce one in here, make him hit a tough one.
Swings through that one. So 2 out here in the 10th. And here is Roman Geiselman. One more look at that pitch from Peyton Wolf.
Brings off speed, does a great job, and it dives down and away. Great pitch.
Roman Geiselman.
There's Geiselman. We mentioned he's got one of the 2 hits for Hoover this afternoon. 1 for 3 officially. Vikings trying for some 2-out lightning here in the bottom of the 10th.
You're right, at base runner anyway, 2-out lightning is exactly it. Just get something going out there. Don't be that last out.
Peyton Wolf in relief of Andrew Sykon, who pitched 7 hitless innings against the Vikings this afternoon, now over at first base.
Worked into 3-0 here. So Wolf's got to come all the way back. And Geiselman's got to make sure that he's not doing anything right now at all. But then it's got to be his beach ball strike after that.
Takes that one on the outside corner, and we're at 3-1. We get Geiselman on. See if they can get him out to second base. You'll have Matt Brown and Ryan Cernak coming in, and that's what we do. We've got a base runner as Geiselman walks with 2 out here in the 10th.
Look at that change-up. He's got it back in his hands. Try to drop that thing down in there low. Whenever you see that ball way back in their hand, their fingers are sticking out. That's that change-up. So now you got the lefty who can hold the leadoff runner. This will be a great first base camera angle to watch because the lefty can be sneaky as he holds runners, as you saw there. Most times at the high school level, if the pitcher begins his motion looking at you as a leadoff runner, he's going home. If he's looking at home when he starts, he's going to first.
There's the pitch in the outside corner for a called strike.
So you try to guess a little bit, and then the pitcher's job is to mix that up. So you get a great look at what he chooses to do with the runner there at first.
2 out here in the bottom of the 10th. They threw out, they throw back, and nearly get him. They threw out and set up a play for Jensen Vargo to throw down to Lucas. But Geiselman, Johnny on the spot, got back in there.
Boy, great decision on the pitch out because it's a wide open throw to first with the righty in the box. So he gets a good visual.
That is hit high in the air on the right side. First baseman Evan Lucas reaches up and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So we move on. We've got 10 full innings in the books here at Hoover. We're still scoreless right here on Big Time Sports.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
We move to the top of the 11th inning here in North Canton, Hoover. The Vikings and the Parma Normandy Invaders playing first round action in Division II tournament baseball. We are scoreless. What a heck of a game this has been as we move to the top of the 11th. And for the Invaders, it'll be their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Nick Hinkle, Andrew Sykon, and Lucas Steele.
Which, as this continues, you could have 2 pitchers actually pitch 7 innings each.
That's right. Boy, fouls that right off of Matt Brown, the Vikings catcher. I'm not sure if that hit the catcher or the umpire in the top of the helmet.
You take a look there. Usually the catcher will turn around, check on the umpire if it hits him or.
That one breaks high right at the eyeballs of Nick Hinkle.
Yep, good 2-strike pitch. Run that fastball up high. You may challenge him up there yet again.
1-2 pitch. On the corner, called strike 3.
Boy, what was great about Andy's location there is watch the catcher set up and watch where he put the baseball.
Number 6, Andrew Saikon.
He spotted that pitch perfectly. Great job, get that first out.
So 1 out here is Andrew Saikon, who started the game as a pitcher and did not give up a hit through 7 innings against the Vikings. And now over at first base. But boy, what a game he pitched and made maybe one of the best defensive plays of the game.
That double play,
Yes.
right on the popped up bunt.
0-1 pitch, breaks high for ball 1.
Yeah, there's that complete player as we were talking about Andy's for the Vikings. You certainly are seeing it here with Saikon for the Invaders.
And he's ready again. Saikon fouls that one back out of play. Well, we will play on. Somebody's got to win this one because we need somebody to take on Massillon at 2 o'clock Thursday at Thurman Munson.
This has got that feel of a prolonged game, and you'll say, what do you got left in the tank?
What will be in the tank on Thursday?
The afternoon game.
Yes. Saikon just got a piece of that one. That was a good pitch on the corner.
Good pitch and good job by the hitting. So you spoil it, live for another pitch. Just enough. That meant his eye-hand contact to the ball was just good enough to spoil it. Now see what the choice is here. Looks like we're going away.
Line drive, right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So Saikon on here with 1 out in the 11th inning.
Watch this hitting though, Joe. Fastball away, takes the barrel right to it, and he just had enough eye-hand to spray that baseball, and the speed of the pitch of Andy's gave that one a little bit of spunk. Got a little action here. 1 out.
Yep, here's Lucas Steele. Let's see if Saikon is going to try and steal the base.
Again, got Lukens tight. Again, about 65, 70 feet from home plate. Choked up on the bat.
Takes that one outside and low.
Steele hits 303, so he's a good batsman. You see him choked up. So real quick when you're looking in there. Got that first base camera checking that right heel down.
Saikon dives back in. Not much of a lead over there by Andrew Saikon, but maybe he's trying to gauge that pickoff move from Andy's a little bit before he'll take off.
Yep, and we had a chance to see Andy's move there where that heel came up and Saikon had a chance to see it and get back. Great pitch, and that was a fastball down the middle, so no bunt, no hit and run there.
Yeah, kind of all even right now at 1-1. Still scoreless here in the top of the 11th inning.
See Zarco leaning in there. Good fundamentals.
Squares the bunt. Right back at Andy's. Doesn't even look at second and throws on for the out. I thought he had a play at second, but didn't take the chance.
Boy, Joe, as did I, and that's up to your catcher at that point. Say when it's bunted firmly like that and the strength of Andy's arm, I felt like you did. Whirl, and we get to second base with that. But chose to get an out. You want to make sure you do get an out.
So Andrew Saikon now becomes potential go ahead and winning run out at second base with 2 out. Here's Logan Saban. Normandy third baseman who has walked twice and struck out twice this afternoon. And goes after that first pitch and fouls it away.
Well, you can tell he's a fastball hitter because he sat in there nice. Andy's challenged him and he was up to the task getting rid of it. So let's see what Brown does now.
Big hole in the left side of that infield. Cervenak will move over now and plug that hole. And again, Saban swinging that fastball.
Boy, Andy's put it exactly where Brown wanted it. He gave him the inside set, and he ran it up over those hands. Now 0-2. It can't be anything fat, or what we would say into the swing zone. This has got to be something that's uncomfortable to make contact with.
Andy's ready again. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and he got a piece of that one.
Ran him up to see if he could get it by him. Still in command. You guys getting great camera work. You see your shortstop where his position is pre-pitch. Zarko ready here at first, and there's your leadoff.
Oh, 0-2 pitches, grounded foul down that third base line.
Boy, that's where that game of inches comes into play, Joe, because that would have been a tough one to handle. Lukens may have had to make a decision. Do I play a tag in front of me here? Stranger things have happened when you're moving away from the diamond like he would have been there to field that chopper.
So we'll do it again at 0-2.
Get a good camera angle from center field. You're going to see the signals shown. Going to set up outside.
Saban with that open stance, and now we'll call time. Excellent defensive third baseman trying for a big hit here in the 11th inning, the scoreless game.
Great idea there by Saban, just to create a little bit of rhythm mix-up. See if Andes is up to it. What a good battle. What a good battle.
Yeah.
Fastballs. Got Saban saying, keep bringing it. I'm spoiling it. Now, the reason Brown is trotting out there is to make sure that which signal are we using so that it's not tipped from the runner to the batter. If you're dropping a signal that runner starts to pick up, he can hit his helmet to signal the hitter off speed or fastball. So you make sure as the catcher, it's my third sign or my second sign. We're not going to give him a chance to tip his hitter. Good decision there by Brown.
0-2 pitch again. Got a piece of that one.
What a battle.
Saban hanging tough in there, getting a little piece of every pitch.
Now, Joe, it's 0-2. He's been really dealing with fastball. You wonder if he takes a little something off here and gets it to dive out of the zone. Good angle there. Cervenek keeping it a little bit tight, and he'll release to his fielding position. Good.
There we go again at 0-2. That's hit in the air on the first base line. Andes is going to take it himself for the third out.
Nice off speed. Got him to get out in front, spend a little of that swing before the ball got there.
So we move to the bottom of the 11th inning. Still scoreless here at North Canton Hoover. And I don't think anybody, when they saw the pairing on this one, thought we would be in a scoreless game in the bottom of the 11th. Hoover came in as the number 6 seed in Division II. Normandy came in at number 25. So, at least on paper, you thought the Vikings would be the favorite team with a chance to move on, but the Vikings of Parma Normandy have come in and they have played really good baseball. Offensively, not so much, but boy, pitching and defense, that has been supreme.
Boy, for sure, that's a great summary of it, because you come in with certain expectations, and now they've hung around, and when you hang around, you can be dangerous.
Tournament baseball, there's something special about it, because this can end the season for one of these two teams. A long time to think about this one, especially when you go into extra innings in a game that really you haven't had that many scoring opportunities, Mike. It's been all pitching and defense.
No, you think about the number of base runners that haven't even reached third base. Maybe 2 or less for the entire game. So the scoring opportunities have not been 90 feet away.
Yeah.
They've been big hits away, or a gapper or a misplayed ball. So let's see if that plays out here.
If you're looking at the top seeds in Division II, the number 1 seed in Division II is Amherst Steel. Then you got North Ridgeville, the number 2, Hudson, the number 3 seed, Walsh Jesuit is the 4 seed, Lakewood, the number 5 seed, then Hoover, then Avon Lake. Some pretty good baseball schools right there.
Boy, Joe, when you stack them up, you're right. Those are all great programs, tough to play through. Hoover to be a 6th seed in that company is a great conversation.
For the Vikings, here is Ryan Cervenak leading off here in the bottom of the 11th. Home plate umpire talking to the first base umpire. I'm not sure if there's some chirping going on down there in the dugout. Maybe.
Or needing to be back inside the dugout.
Yeah. That one's in the dirt.
So you got it back even here. Cervenek just get on base.
He singled back in the 8th inning. Played pretty good defense at short. Takes that one inside for ball 2.
All right, says Cervenek right now needs to be ready. When he sees this strike, this is not a waiting game now. Go get it. Yep, it's a good job by the hitter and good pitch.
Cervenek struck out back in the 2nd. Popped up in the 5th and a single in the 8th. That one's in the dirt, so a big pitch coming here at 3-2.
It took a little off, so you think in this case, Cervenek, you're expecting a strike, but hitting a strike only, and Wolf can't be too cute. He's got to get after it.
That's hit in the air to center field. Going back as a center fielder, going to reach up and make the catch.
Great jump on that.
So 1 out here in the bottom of the 11th.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 3, Danny Holohan.
Danny Holohan, the second baseman.
We went down and got it. Did a nice job on the chase there. Great catch. You know, at first it looked like that ball was going to get over Lucas Steele, but he made the great drop step and got there.
Breaking ball catches the corner. Boy, 2 good pitching performances by Normandy today. Andrew Sykon and now Peyton Wolf in relief.
Well, Joe, you nailed it. In fact, you think about both, I'll say both pitchers, 2 for each group, have just been throwing strikes.
Fouls that one back to the screen.
At 1 and 2 again, so this is where Peyton Wolf can be a little sneaky, see where he goes.
That's hit high in the air down the first base line. First baseman Evan Lucas now backs up and catches that one, I think, in fair territory. That would have been close.
Yep, that was drifting back in there.
So 2 out here in the 11th.
But Sykon does a nice job here. You can just see the barrel slowed down, popped it up, and the drift was there, and it was coming back. Oh, second baseman did a nice job staying out of the way.
There's Nathan Spangler, the left fielder. Drake Cooper started in left field. Spangler swings through that one.
Yeah, if they could just get a base runner, you get that flipped order.
Hits that one hard, but foul down the third baseline.
Coach Eric Sarbaugh had a good look there. And let that one move on down to the ball boy. Actually to the left fielder who became the ball boy because it carried him back out onto the field. Set to go.
Ready again at 1 and 2.
Spangler's getting rid of that breaking ball. It starts dead center. And against the lefty, we call it that back foot, curveball or back foot slider where the ball comes right into the back foot of the right-handed hitter. Spoiling it.
That one breaks outside.
Stayed away. That was a great job of hitting.
See where Peyton Wolf is lining up on the rubber. He's clear on the third base side of the rubber. And strikes out Spangler. So 1, 2, 3 go the Vikings in the 11th. We have played 11 full innings of tournament baseball. We are still scoreless here in North Canton.
Not like your average high school. You start with something that you love.
Just getting hands-on is way different from sitting in a classroom.
Every day's different. You come across a problem, you have to tackle that problem, you have to figure out how to tackle the problem.
Skills I've acquired through just my lab in itself have been mind-blowing. Definitely here at Buckeye, they prepare you for any situation that you could go into after high school.
Joe Dunn, Mike Galena back at Dick Miller Field here at North Canton. Tournament baseball at its best. We move to the top of the 12th inning in a scoreless game. Tournament baseball. Parma Normandy has come into Stark County as a number 25 seed in Division II. And the Vikings right now trying to get out of here with a win. They're the number 6 seed. Jack Andes in relief of Jake Donaldson, who pitched well. And for the Invaders, it'll be their 7, 8, and 9 hitters here in the 12th. Evan Lucas, Jensen Vargo, and Gabe Montgomery.
That 5th plate appearance.